little bit more extra time for this one as we made the transition to midweek games.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a totally different routine for these guys and for the coaching staff as well. 10 days since that defeat at Ball State last week, and I talked to Thomas Hammock about that before the game. One of the things that he was happy about is his players have a chance to rest up. You know, this time of year, nobody is entirely healthy, and NIU is no exception to that. They've got a lot of guys banged up. So they had a chance last week to lick their wounds a little bit after that tough loss and take a few days to get their minds off of it before returning to full practice. Meanwhile, the coaches were excited that they had a little extra opportunity to get themselves ready for the rest of the season. We've got a short week coming up in a few weeks. They take on Miami on just 6 days rest. So I know that Thomas Hammock and the other coaches started to put together a game plan for that one. They started to look at some of the future opponents, knowing they're not going to have quite as much time later in the season. But the last 5-6 days has been business as usual. I know they've been excited about the way the team has practiced. And let's face it, this is going to be a different routine on game day as well. It's very difficult to adjust when we've been seeing nothing but 11 a.m., 2:30 p.m. games. These guys get out of bed ready for football. Totally different atmosphere when you have this night game because they've had the full day to waste. And you know, for a restless college kid, I think it's not that fun to just be sitting around the hotel all day. So it'll be interesting to see how they start the game today. One thing that I don't think is going to be a big factor is the weather. I thought it might be. And, you know, I got a bone to pick with you guys because you promised me when I took this job that it was going to be 70 and sunny every week. And, you know, we were 8 for 8 prior to today. But it's really not that bad. Kind of pleasant on the field right now, fellas.
Yeah, Terry, not too bad. And Mark, talk about the players being restless. You were restless.
I was restless.
You saw some of the team doing walkthroughs in the parking lot. Just keep them on their feet a little bit. Keep them active.
Yeah, it's a tough balance when you don't play until nighttime because you have all that dead time in the hotel and you can only do so many walkthroughs. And they did another one this morning. The guys had some extra time in the lobby area just to hang around with each other. Team breakfast, and the offense and defense split up for meetings and then walkthroughs in the parking lot. And basically, to be honest with you, those walkthroughs in the parking lot, they're just biding time because obviously they are totally prepared for this game going into the road trip.
Let's be honest. We didn't think we'd be 1-3 at this time. Correct. In action, and I think this being a senior-led team, and we all three have been at practice the last couple days, it feels like a focused team, and it feels like a team that still wants to go out there, achieve some goals, get to a bowl game, and again, finish off. We got 4 games left.
Well, what's going on is Huskies have played 4 one-score games, and they're 1-3 in those games. And, you know, last 10 days ago, we thought that game was won with the Whittle field goal, and then the unfortunate 45-yard pass on first down got Ball State immediately into field goal range as time ran out. Huskies a little bit snake bit, but you know, I was talking to Eric Idens before the game, before our broadcast. I said, Coach, I have a feeling we have ability to run the table, and I think that's what the goal would be. We shall see. You got to get tonight first. Yeah. One play at a time.
NIU has won each of the last 2 meetings versus Western Michigan. Last year at home, Huskies won 24-0. Listen to this. 5 of the last 8 meetings have been decided by 1 possession or less amongst these teams. We expect something like that tonight, Mark.
Well, and you go back to that game last year, a lot of the same faces. But I'll tell you what, for NIU to throw the shutout last year against Western Michigan, and you're talking about
field microphone test for the replay booth.
Football defense that, remember, the second half of last year really picked it up and carried that on to this year. And Nick Benedetto said to us during the week, he said, you know what, we give up 25 points for the first time all year, and we feel like we're failures. That means you've done a pretty good job on the defensive side of the ball.
Let's see what's happening here on this little mini bye. These 10 days off as the Huskies get ready for Western Michigan. Coming up on the Husky Football pregame show presented by Brian Bemis Toyota of DeKalb, you'll hear from head coach Thomas Hammock, the Max scoreboard, and also the scouting report coming up on Western Michigan, the Broncos. But up next, Terry Bonadonna will be on the record with the Vice President and Director of Athletics and Recreation here at NIU, Sean T. Frazier. We're getting ready for Wednesday night action as the Huskies take on the Broncos. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, Let's go places.
Northwestern Medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you. Because a career with Northwestern Medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Costantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at CostantinoLaw.net.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up.
Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane?
Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
2 of the biggest winning traditions in the greater Sycamore DeKalb area are the Northern Illinois University Huskies and the Cunis Auto Group of Sycamore, your official auto group of the NIU Huskies, featuring America's best-selling vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Honda, Hyundai, plus Volvo and Mercedes-Benz, and the area's biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs and hybrids, with over 1,500 available on lot and online. Buy like a champion at your nearby Cunis of Sycamore dealership. The NIU Huskies and the Cunis Auto Group of Sycamore, 2 great winning traditions.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
Welcome back to the Huskies pregame show here as we get set for kickoff. It's Maction game number 1, NIU taking on Western Michigan here in Kalamazoo. I'm Terry Bonadonna, joined by the athletic director at NIU, Sean T. Frazier, as we go on the record. And Sean, it's a really exciting time for sports at NIU and around the country because it's that crossover season. But specifically here in the MAC, we've got the football team entering a new stage in the season. We've got basketball season kicking into gear. There's a lot going on right now.
Yeah, it's busy, just the way we like it. You know, the convergence of fall and winter as we kind of wrap up the fall sports or come into the home stretch. Not wrap up yet, but yeah, kicking off winter sports. We had a very successful press conference with our various different coaches for winter sports, and you can see the excitement, the energy, the ability now to compete. So yeah, really good time. A lot of people are kind of running all over the place. We like it. We even have some pretty good weather as we kind of go into winter as well. So yeah, it's great stuff. Great time of year.
Yeah, I know the weather's starting to feel a little bit more seasonal, but it's weird talking about we've been talking about winter sports the last 2 weeks. It's been 75 degrees outside. I know things certainly change for you during this time of year as you really start to focus on basketball as well. And of course, wrestling and gymnastics all going on right now. What excites you about winter sports season?
No, it's good. You see all of the hard work. You know, our athletes come in early, you know, in August, September, and the winter sports kind of don't get their chance to do what they need to do until now. So they've been practicing, they've been, you know, busting it, working hard, doing the best they can relative to preparation. And now they get a chance to compete against someone other than themselves and their teammates. So yeah, it's an exciting time to see that they are ready, and here we go.
And it's been an exciting time for you personally as well. You were given an honor. It's a responsibility, but it's an honor last week. You were named to the board of directors for the Collegiate Women's Sports Awards. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's, you know, I'm humbled by it. You know, it's one of the premier groups that recognize women in sport. And I've made a career out of supporting various diversity, equity, inclusion, and women opportunities. And someone and the group thought that I would be a good person to be a part of this process. So I'm humbled by it. Great group of people. I know them well throughout the course of my time, and to join them to be able to support women's athletics at the highest level and to celebrate, the who's who of women's leaders that will be out there. It's going to be a great thing. I'm really excited about the opportunity, but most of all, very humble to be a part of this group.
Sean T. Frazier, as always, thank you for your time.
I appreciate it. Go Huskies.
We will take a look at the Max scoreboard when we return from a quick break. It's the NIU Huskies pregame show on Huskies Sports Network, presented by the Cosentino Law Firm from Van Wagner.
Northwestern medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you, because a career with Northwestern medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Country Financial makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th-string quarterback, and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Listen, the football landscape has changed a lot. NIL deals, social media, the transfer portal. There's never been more distractions for an athlete. But Powerade knows what's most important, the commitment to the game. With 50% more electrolytes than Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Powerade hydrates athletes as they block out the noise and put in the work. Hydrate your grind with Powerade. Grab a pack today at a store near you. See product label for additional details. It takes more.
The Boneyard Victor E Collective is the NIL marketplace that connects NIU supporters and local businesses with Husky student athletes, enabling them to capitalize on their name, image, and likeness while competing for NIU businesses. And individuals can engage with NIU athletes through public appearances, social media posts, and more. Go to boneyardvictore.com for more information.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
Welcome back inside the Husky Football pregame show presented by Brian Bemis Toyota of DeKalb. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Anthony and Julia back in the network studios as we look at the MAC scoreboard. We've gone to MACtion. We had 2 games last night on a Tuesday night. Bowling Green went on the road and defeated Central Michigan 23-13. Down in Muncie, Indiana, it was Miami getting a win on the road, 27-21 over Ball State. Tonight, of course, NIU Western Michigan, but also Ohio will be at Kent State. So those are the games this week in MACtion. Again, moving from Saturday to Wednesday's games. Coming up, Terry Bonadonna will have the pregame talk with head coach Thomas Hammock as you're listening to NIU football on the Cosentino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check the kickoff time first before showing up at the stadium.
What? This lot's full already?
Final score of today's game.
You said kickoff was at 3. It was last week.
That's not how it works, Bob.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at ConstantinoLaw.net.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th-string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Listen, the football landscape has changed a lot. NIL deals, social media, the transfer portal. There's never been more distractions for an athlete. But Powerade knows what's most important, the commitment to the game. With 50% more electrolytes than Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Powerade hydrates athletes as they block out the noise and put in the work. Hydrate your grind with Powerade. Grab a pack today at a store near you. See product label for additional details. It takes more.
Northwestern medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you. Because a career with Northwestern medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
Welcome back to the NIU Huskies pregame show. We're just moments away from kickoff here against Western Michigan in Kalamazoo, and I'm joined by the head coach of the Huskies, Thomas Hammock. Coach, you've had a little over a week now to go back over that Ball State game from last week. Tough loss in that one, but now that you've had a chance to look over it again, review the tape, work with the team, what are your takeaways from that you think will help you going into today's game?
Well, I think, certainly situational football. We've taken some time to work different situations, in the game situations, that we can move forward from that game that'll help us in the long run.
Today is the first Maction game. It's a Wednesday night against Western Michigan in Kalamazoo. How did the preparation for today's game change, knowing that you had 11 days to get ready for it?
Well, we made it very physical and intense. It was a great week. Our players are locked in and excited to play tonight.
It's also the first night game of the year. Just not only today, but in general, when you have these kickoffs at 6 or 7 at night, how does that change the game day preparation?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you want to make sure guys are hydrating and eating, and obviously change your body clock a little bit to be prepared to play at night. Obviously, these guys will be excited, national TV, and what a great opportunity we have.
Let's talk about Western Michigan a little bit, because this is a team that's been playing some great football since the start of MAC season. They're undefeated in conference. I know you've had a chance to review the tape on them. It seems like they're getting significantly better as the season has progressed. What have you seen from them?
Yeah, obviously they're good on offense. They are opportunistic on defense by creating turnovers and been solid on special teams. So, we understand this is a fast-starting operation, and we got to make sure we get off to a fast start in this game tonight.
Western Michigan has the number 1 running back in the conference. They've got the number 1 quarterback by efficiency in the conference. When you've got a team that can put up points in so many ways, going up against the number 1 defense in the MAC, what do you focus on in trying to stop them?
Well, our focus is always going to be on stopping the run first and trying to make them one-dimensional. They got an excellent running back, so we got to make sure we do a good job corralling him tonight.
Defensively, at least on paper, they haven't been quite as strong. Have you noticed anything that you feel like you can exploit in their defense?
Well, I think, just getting in different formations, I think getting guys out of spots of what they normally play is something that we're looking to do tonight.
Because because Western Michigan is a team that can put up so many points, and they've had a lot of shootout games against a number of other teams, knowing that you might be in a position where you've got to outscore them, you really haven't had any games like that this year where it's been each team going back and forth. How comfortable do you feel in your team if you are put in a situation like that?
Well, I'm very confident in our defense that we're going to play good defense. So, if it becomes a shootout, then we'll be prepared for that. But I really like the matchup with our defense. I think our defense is going to come up ready to play today. And then we got to score, one more point than Western.
Looking at your offense, Ontario Brown's been getting a little bit healthier. Trayvon Rudolph's been getting a little bit healthier. Having that time off between games has been, I think, helpful in that regard as well. Where do you think you stand right now in terms of the skill position guys?
No, we feel really good about our skill. These guys have practiced extremely well over the last 10 days and gotten stronger and stronger each and every single day. And now it's just about them going out there and executing at a high level.
You've had kind of a mix of quarterbacks the last few weeks as well, between Ethan Hampton and Josh Holston, each guy bringing something a little bit different to the table. But how important is it for either one of those two guys to have those players around them, making sure that they know they have weapons available?
Well, I think it's always good when you have confidence in the playmakers around you at the quarterback position. And also on the offensive line. You got to give the quarterback time to throw and be able to execute the way that he needs to execute. And I think both of those guys will be ready tonight.
Head Coach Thomas Hammock, thank you as always for the time. Good luck out there today.
Thank you, and go Huskies.
We're going to take a quick break, but Mark and Andy will have the scouting report on today's game when we return on the Costantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Costantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at CostantinoLaw.net.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota. Let's go places.
Country Financial makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
Welcome back inside the Husky football pregame show presented by Brian Bemis Toyota DeKalb here in Waldo Stadium. Kalamazoo, Michigan, Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Before we get to the scouting report, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NIU football on the Costantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
WDKB DeKalb. A Midwest family station.
Mark Lindo, tell me about the Western Michigan Broncos.
Hey, they've been overachieving thus far, picked by many to be in the middle of the MAC. They're on top with a 4-0 record. There's a battle of the number one offense. Western Michigan comes into action with that 4-0 record, averaging 34 points per game against the league's best defense. NIU only 17.4 points allowed. Lance Taylor's team can move the ball on the ground. They average a best in the league, 209 yards rushing per game. They're led by running back Jaden Nelson, who's having an all-MAC kind of season. He shoots it at 7.2 yards per carry and already has 10 TDs. This dynamic 5'10", 185 transfer from Oklahoma State is a threat on every touch. He's backed up by Jalen Buckley, an Aurora native who went to Batavia High School, coming off a 1,000-yard rushing season last year. The Broncos can hurt you in the air as well, Andy Garcia. Tall and talented quarterback Hayden Wolf uses his 6'5" frame to survey the field. Wolf has hit 68% of his passes for 1,500-plus yards and has 15 touchdown passes, just 3 interceptions. A really solid ratio it is. Wide receiver Anthony Sambucci is a leading receiver, 25 catches. Got to watch him. He's been injured. Will we see him tonight? We'll have to wait and see. And yet the Huskies face another good tight end, Blake Bosma, who checks in with 6 TDs and is their go-to guy in the red zone. Now, on the other side of the ball, the Broncos have not been as stellar. They're a 4-3 and 4-2-5 team, and they'll mix in some three-man front as well, about 22 to 23% of the time. They allow 33.5 points a game and 430 yards overall. You'll be calling the name too often, Andy, of Donald Willis. He's a force with 57 total tackles, but a guy to watch out for, and a guy the Husky quarterbacks have to watch out for, is Tate Hollick, who leads the MAC with 3 interceptions. The Huskies would like to create balance in their offense and look for them to probe the perimeter early in the football game. So NIU needs to re-energize their ground game, which has been good, but has not had the explosive plays that we would have hoped for. That's what they're looking for to do tonight. We'll see what they have in script here on the first series that they get the football.
This has been the pregame show presented by Brian Bemis Toyota of DeKalb. We'll come up, coin toss, kick, after our final timeout here in the pregame. Getting ready for action between NIU and Western Michigan. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
You've been listening to the Toyota pregame show on the Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by the Constantino Law Firm, Country Financial, FNBO, Northwestern Medicine, and Brian Bemis Toyota of DeKalb. The countdown to kickoff is complete. And now it's time for NIU football on 94.9 WDKB.
Northwestern Medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you, because a career with Northwestern Medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Country Financial makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
It's game time on the Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner. Exclusive coverage of NIU football is presented by the Constantino Law Firm. Bringing you the play-by-play of today's game, here's the voice of the Huskies, Andy Garcia.
We are getting ready. Final minutes before kickoff between NIU and Western Michigan here at Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna will be on the sidelines. Coin toss is coming. Anthony Angulo back in our network studios. And before we get to that coin toss, Mark, we do have some Huskies that did not make the trip.
Yeah, here's some people that are not in Kalamazoo tonight and some people of significance. Amarian Knighton, the fine cornerback. If you remember, he was dinged a little bit in that last home football game against Ball State. He is not here. Jay Applegate, tight end transfer from Nebraska. He is not here tonight. And wide receiver Keyshawn Pipkin, the same thing, did not travel. So NIU's depth will be tested tonight in both sides of the football.
NIU has come out in the road white jerseys with the red pants. I like this combination with the Husky dog, NIU on the helmet, shining bright here on this Wednesday night. Western Michigan in those brown jerseys with the white numbers, white letters.
35-yard line, Andy Garcia.
Right.
How about that? There's a Bronco on the field. I'm surprised they didn't ask you to go down and ride that thing in here.
That's a good-looking horse right there.
That is pretty awesome to see that from up here. Hey, we just talked about the injury report. One good piece of news. Yes, he played last game, of course, but the word from the coaching staff and the training staff is Ontario Brown is back to 100%. We know he's dinged a little while and basically had his best practices all year the last week. So, AB, we'll probably try to get him involved very early in this football game for NIU. NIU, my magic number today, Andy, they have to rush the football 200 yards to win today.
Jacob Waskow, J.J. Lippy, Joey Ratine, Skylar Gill-Howard, the captain's going out to midfield. Terry Bonadon is out there, and we're waiting for the official referee, Jerry Valentine, will give us the coin toss here on a Wednesday night action, NIU and Western Michigan. Looking forward to it.
Northern Illinois, as today's visiting team, you'll call the toss. The Mid-American Conference logo is heads. The opposite side is tails. We're joined by Master Sergeant Brad Theroff, who will toss today's coin. What's your call?
Heads.
Heads is your call? Please do the honor, sir. It is tails. Western Michigan, you won the toss. They will defer their option to the second half.
So NIU will get the first possession.
Western won the toss in the third. To start the game, Northern Illinois will receive.
Before we get to the kick, let's go down and hear from Terry Bonadonna right before kickoff. Terry, what's your thoughts before we get you going here?
I got a gal in Kalamazoo pregame. That's my test, and they passed it. So feeling good right now. This should be a good game today. Last year, these two teams met in a midweek evening contest. It was must-win for NIU if they wanted to go to a bowl game. They ended up dominating that game 24-0. So you figure there might be a little bit of a chip on the shoulders of the Broncos today, trying to get some payback for that. But the way the Huskies won that game was by running the football. And as Mark just mentioned, Ontario Brown is at his healthiest that he's been all year. He's been kind of nicked and bruised all season, so we'll see if the Huskies are able to unleash that running game today.
Should be interesting, and its run game will be important for the offense, but it's tough to say you give up 25 points. You need a better game from the defense, but I think the defense is also looking to step up.
First time all year that the Huskies' opponent was more than 24 points as Ball State kicked that 52-yard field goal to win to get to 25. The NIU defense has been among the nation's best all year long. But I tell you what, Andy, NIU's offense, it would be so important to score on this first possession. Yes, to get ahead, but just to gain some confidence. I think they probably took a little bit of confidence away, quite honestly, with that last drive to kick the would-be game-winning field goal by Woodle, and then obviously Ball State came back and won it with a long one. But I thought that was a really good drive led by Ethan Hampton. We expect to see Ethan Hampton as the quarterback, at least initially. Huskies could play one, could play two, could play three quarterbacks. We shall see as time goes by. Here to call the play-by-play of Maction on a Wednesday night in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Here's the voice of NIU, my play-by-play partner, Andy Garcia.
Palmer Domsky kicks it off for Western Michigan. Low end-over-end kick goes out of bounds. There'll be a flag as Western Michigan kicks it out of bounds. So good field position.
Kick off out of bounds, number 37 for the kicking team. The ball be placed to the 35-yard line. First and 10.
So right away, special teams comes into play. If you start your drive at the 35-yard line, you got to feel pretty good about that. We talked about NIU using their depth. They'll play at least, 7 offensive linemen tonight, the starting 5, and then you will see Matt Schooley rotating as well as Tommy Pash as they try to create depth. Luke Meadows on that offensive line. It is indeed Ethan Hampton getting the first reps tonight. Ontario Brown right behind him.
Ethan Hampton, the redshirt junior from Elburn, on the season. 1,100 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Huskies start at their own 35 from the far right hash. Handoff, Brown tries to go to his right, tripped up, gain of 1 up to the 36. Will bring up 2nd and 9 for NIU. No surprise, Huskies' first play will be a run.
Yeah, they tried to probe the right side, going off that right side at Terry Brown. Just didn't have much of a seam there at all as he tried to run off the blocks of John Champ and Evan Buss on that first down play. I think you'll see some play action here, and this is a good time. They love to go Brock Lampe in this situation out in the flats.
Trayvon Rudolph, Cam Thompson, the receivers to the near side on 2nd and 9 for the Huskies at their own 36. Play action, Hampton rolling to his left. Now he's just going to tuck and run to the near side up to the 40, and he's shoved down at the 38-yard line. Check that, past the 38, up to the 43. So a nice gain from Hampton. It's a gain of 6. So bring up 3rd and short for NIU, and they might go up-tempo here on this 3rd and 2.
44% third down conversions for the Huskies thus far.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 in the near for NIU on this 3rd and 2. Hampton, handoff, Brown tries to go to his left, he's short. He got tripped up right at the line. He got back to the line of scrimmage on the near side, just inside the numbers. And it'll be 4th down for NIU. And they will punt it away.
Corey Walker, the defensive lineman out of Normal West High School in Illinois. One-on-one, brought in Terry Brown down. Huskies could not convert on 3rd down. Western Michigan in a 4-3 defense on that one. Little outside handoff. Corey Walker, one-on-one in space.
Tom Foley standing in his own 29 to our right. We'll kick it off to Jordan Parker. It's a spiral short kick. Parker comes up to 30, makes the catch. He did not fair catch it to the 35, and then on the near side, he steps out of bounds. Parker had 3 or 4 Huskies around him, but he never called for the fair catch, so when he caught it, he just ran. So Western Michigan will have good field position on their first drive as NIU goes 3 and out on their first. And you talked about Hayden Wolf, one of the top quarterbacks in the MAC. A 163.8 pass efficiency, and that leads to MAC. Takes a lot of decimal points, carry the ones, but that's a good pass
number
efficiency.
85 for Western Michigan is now wearing number 81. Number 85 for Western is dressed in number 81.
Yeah, you talk about Wolf. Now, here's what's been impressive. Remember, he's a transfer from Old Dominion. 15 touchdown passes against just 3 interceptions.
Sambucci is in. He's a receiver to the near side as well. Play actions. Has time, looking to throw, and he's taken down. A sack from Devontae O'Malley. Number 8 gets in there, gets a sack for the Huskies.
19.5 career sacks for Devontae O'Malley, who is having an all-MAC kind of season in his own right. Loss of 7, one-on-one on play action. Devontae O'Malley makes a play.
There is an injured Husky down to our left at the 35.
Official timeout for an injured defensive player at 12 minutes and 57 seconds. 12:57.
It's Cade Haberman. He's coming off, though, to the near side. Haberman, the senior from Blair, Nebraska.
We had a chance to, you and I, visit with Cabe in the hotel.
Yeah,
and he said I said, what are you going to do after your football career is over, whatever year? And he said, I'd like to go into coaching. And we know the accolades he has as a student athlete and all the service opportunities. Just a fine young man who's been a mainstay for NIU. And, again, a leadership role that he has so much pride in the community as well.
Loss of 7 on that O'Malley sack. So it's 2nd and 17 with Western Michigan. Wolf throws, and it's a screen to the far side. Buckley up to the 30 at the far numbers to the 40. And he breaks a couple tackles, and he moves the pile up to the 42. Gain of 12. Still going to bring up 3rd and 5. A long 5 for Western Michigan.
And this is where NIU's defense has been at its best until last week when Ball State was able to convert, 12 out of 18. But NIU went into that game, number 1 in the country in third down defense. They're now number 4 in that category. They have a legitimate chance for a stop here.
On this 3rd and 5, Western Michigan at their own 42 going left to right. 4 receivers set. Wolf puts Bosma in motion. He'll set up to the right of the formation. Wolf play action, has time, looking to throw. No one open, has to run to his right, still looking to throw. He's going to throw on the run, and he's just going to throw it to the near side out of bounds. Good coverage downfield from NIU, and Wolf just has to throw it away, so Western Michigan will have to punt on their first drive.
Jelani Williams with the pressure on the boundary side, defensive end. The bookends cashed in. The best news of that series, the Huskies get off the field right there with a 3 and out by help of the first down sack. But they also were able to put pressure on their fine quarterback Hayden Wolf on 2 different pass attempts.
Ryan Milmore will kick his 30th punt of the year, high and over end. Dane Partridge calls for the fair catch at the 16-yard line. NIU will have their second possession. It's a punt of 43 yards, and we have our first timeout here in the first quarter in Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Broncos, Huskies, no score with 11:37 to go here in the first quarter. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Husky fans, get ready because Victory Threads is your new source for all the latest official Husky gear. From t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, polos, and much more. Including items with the Fighting Husky or the Husky script logos. The new Victory Threads is open in the NIU Recreation Center, in the NIU Convocation Center during home events, and at NIU football home games. Support the Huskies in style all season long with great looks from Victory Threads. And remember, go Huskies!
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
For every NIU sack made during the football season, Raising Cane's will donate $100 to a local food pantry. Devontae O'Malley gave us our first $100 donation from Raising Cane's tonight. As that was a nice sack for Devontae O'Malley. And 19 and a half on his career now. Mark Lindo, a good way for the NIU defense to get out off the field. And now NIU, the offense, will have their second possession.
Yeah, and you go back to Devontae O'Malley, the senior out of Bremen High School, is just a self-made player, also a fine young man. And he has not only played himself into a starting lineup the last couple of years, but he's positioned himself to be all-MAC. He's positioned himself to where NFL scouts are following him closely. Now, NIU on the offensive side, Western Michigan will not sit back. They're an attack type of team defensively. They'll go 4-3, 4-2, and even mix in some three-man front at times. So what NIU likes to do is they like to go outside zone. They like to go play action, and they'll run some pin and pull. We've seen NIU's offensive linemen do a great job when they kick out the defensive end, the lineman pull. We'll see if they can open a seam here or two for Ontario Brown. We expect to see Telly Johnson as well, who was really impressive, 10 days ago. He's going to be a good one, the Huskies freshman running back. Yeah,
Telly Johnson, number 22, last week, 6 carries, 48 yards, as NIU comes back out. You also see number 87 out there for the Huskies. That's LaDon Bryant. I know they're very high on that wide receiver. So he's going to get a couple snaps here on this second possession for NIU. It is Ethan Hampton, the quarterback for the Huskies, as NIU starts at their own 15-yard line, going right to left in the road, white jerseys, red pants. The Huskies spelled out on the sides of the pants. Hampton in the pistol on 1st and 10. He's now going to go under center. Now it's going to be a wildcat. It's going to be Ontario Brown. He's going to take the snap and try to go straight up the gut, and nothing there. He may have gotten a yard. He did, as the pocket closed and the hole closed really quickly, as Western Michigan is ready right now for that Husky rushing.
Ontario Brown on the season has 519 yards as we speak, but what he hasn't done this year, we'd mentioned he's averaging 4.6 yards per carry, Andy. That's a really good number, but Ontario Brown on his career came in averaging over 6 yards per carry, which is incredible. No seam to run through in his 3 carries thus far.
Gavin Williams, the lone back. Brown in motion. Handoff, Gavin Williams on 2nd and 9. Runs to the right. Maybe a gain of a couple yards up to the 19-yard line. Give Gavin Williams 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Huskies.
Now Gavin Williams will stay in. Ontario Brown comes to this boundary. And Williams is staying as a 3rd down back. Huskies got to find a go-to guy. We've seen Grayson Barnes at times been the guy to go to, but he has not really been able to be consistently a factor for the Husky offense this year. Maybe a breakout night for Barnes tonight.
Rudolph Barnes, Demopoulos, the receivers to the near side on this 4-receiver set. Hampton in the gun, looking to throw. Near side caught. Demopoulos tried to get him on the slant. Incomplete on the near side. Goes through the hands of the freshman from Crystal Lake. And again, NIU will go 3 and out.
Oh, Ethan Hampton on time, on target, hit Demopoulos right in the hands. And if you're a Husky fan, you know there was 3 drops last ball game, all of consequence. That was a first down drop for Demopoulos on the skinny post, a quick slant, if you will. Well thrown ball by Hampton. Huskies couldn't finish the deal.
Jordan Parker to our left, hanging out at his own 44. Tom Foley will kick it away. High, spiral, good hang time. Puts Parker back at his own 35, and he'll just take the knee there as he had to go down to his knees to make the catch. So a nice punt that time from Tom Foley. It's a 46-yard punt. And Western Michigan will have their second offensive drive coming out of this timeout. 10:05 to go. First quarter here in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium. Broncos, Huskies, scoreless. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at ConstantinoLaw.net.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
Oh, Mark Lindo, I know you're going to like this. Fatty's Pub and Grill is hosting its annual Fall Bourbon, Beer, and Cider Tasting Expo on Saturday, November 9th. That's this Saturday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Over 40 different beers and ciders to choose from, whiskey and bourbon sampling, plus an appetizer buffet and Fatty's Whiskey Rocks glass to keep. Tickets are on sale now at fattyspub.com. That's coming up this Saturday, 1 to 4 at Fatty's. Back here, Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna down on the sidelines, and Anthony Angiulo back in the network studios. 10:05 to go first quarter. Western Michigan will get their second offensive drive.
Well, we only had 3 total drives in this game, and we have a total rushing between the two teams of 5 yards, -7 for NIU, 12 for Western Michigan. The reason I bring that up, you have the 2 top rushing offenses in the MAC, and what both coordinators defensively try to do is indeed stop the run first, get teams to be second down 7, second down and 8, and force them to be more one-dimensional into a passing game. That's when the pass rush can tee off, and good job special teams there. Tom Foley with a nice punt, 46 yards, no return, and we had a chance to see Dan Sabach. He's coordinating the Western Michigan special teams. That's a name out of the past for NIU. He coached at NIU. He grew up, his father, Mike Sabach, was a long-time coach of the Huskies. And Dan and Mike and Sandy, they're all amongst the good people in NIU football family forever.
So we have no score. 0-0, 10:05 to go. First quarter as Western Michigan comes out of the timeout. They'll be going left to right. Ball set at their own 35 to our left on the far hash. Hayden Wolf will be the quarterback, and the running back is Jaden Nixon. Again, leads the MAC with 752 rushing yards coming into the game. Talked about the 7.2 yards per carry, and it's 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Bossman motion to the far side, handoff straight up the gut to Nixon, and nothing there. Great play from that NIU defense. And in to make the play was Jay-Sean Prophet. Get in there quick, and it's a loss for Western Michigan on first down.
Hey, they get him behind the chains. Another tackle for a loss for NIU as they continue to wrap it up. And that's what I just mentioned. Stop the run first. That allows the defense to pin their errors back. You got press coverage by Javon Bird on the far side of the field, and a little bit of a cushion given by Jacob Finley on his receiver here on the near side, the field side.
It's a loss of 1, 2nd and 11 now for Western Michigan. Again, a handoff to Nixon. It goes to his left, past the 40, 45, 50. He's got wide open. 40, 30, 20. He's going to take it to the house. Jaden Nixon shows why he's the leading rusher in the MAC. A 66-yard touchdown run for the redshirt junior, and Western Michigan takes a 6-0 lead.
See, and that's the only way you've been able to beat NIU's defense, and I mean that. You can't grind and grind and grind. Nobody has all year, but you get one little hole on the right side. Jaden Nixon, who is flat out explosive. He's probably the best running back in the MAC right now, averaging 7.2 yards per carry. That just increased. That's his 11th touchdown, and it was an explosive touchdown run.
Luka Zurek in for the PAT. It is up, and it is good. That didn't take too much time. 2 plays. And Jaden Nixon from 66 yards out gets the touchdown run, and now NIU looking to get back in it. Here's 7-0 Western Michigan, 9:18 to go here in the first quarter.
2 plays, 65 yards after the 1-yard loss. That's the way it'll go down. And NIU chasing early on in the first quarter. And especially on the road, that's really like the last thing you need when you just lost a tough ball game to finish. Little hole on the right side. Jelani Williams had the best chance to get him for the defensive end position. Just wasn't able to go. Trying to stay with the play was Jacob Finley. But no, Nixon just too fast in the open field.
That NIU defense only has given up an average of 110 yards a game. That's first in the conference, and it's talked about a 66-yard run for Nixon. It will be Palmer Domsky kicking it off left to right, end over end line drive kick. Thompson's going to take it at the 10, 15, breaks the tackle. Now he's going to cut back, but he's still on the far sideline, just trying to get anything he can down that far sideline in front of the Western Michigan bench. They're going to mark him out before the 25. So now NIU again down by 7, 9:11 to go first quarter. See if this Husky offense can get something going here on the road.
You know, going back to Husky defense, check this out. NIU is not allowed an opponent to rush for 100 yards individually this entire season, which is absolutely amazing. Not one guy has had a 100-yard game against them, and Nixon just busted one for 66 himself.
They're going to mark it at the 21 of NIU to our right. Huskies going right to left on this possession. Huskies down 7-0 first quarter. Hampton, play action. Looking at throws, going to throw deep, near side, caught. That's Trayvon Rudolph up to the 45, past the 45, gets pushed out of bounds. Hampton finds Trayvon Rudolph. Nice gain of 25, and it's a nice play on first down for NIU.
There's that first down pass, play action, and when you're playing defense against NIU, you're thinking run, run, run. Freeze a linebacker for just a second. You get Trayvon Rudolph out in space, and he was able to look that one in, and Hampton hit him right on the hands. A great deal of separation. Hampton with a big play.
Rudolph with 12 receptions in the last 2 games. He's got his first reception tonight on 1st and 10. Huskies at their own 49. It's a handoff to Brown to the near side. He's able to break through. 40, 35, 30, working the near sideline. He's still on his feet. 10, down to the 7, and then the fumble. He lost it. And Broncos have it at the 2-yard line, and Ontario Brown is down and hurt. What a run for Ontario Brown.
Incredible run.
He broke tackles down the near sideline. He looked like he was going to be taken down at the 40. Broke tackles, got down inside the 10, but then he fumbled, and it will be Western Michigan ball. But now we're really more concerned about...
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense at the 2-yard line. 1st and 10, Northern Illinois.
If they'll check that to see if his knee was down. Zernich with a great block of a point of attack. And, you know, he got hit about the 15-yard line. He looked like he was going to make a house call. Then all of a sudden he got dragged down. I thought the knee might have hit and popped out. Recovery for Western Michigan goes to Bilal Cone, the cornerback out of Apple Valley, Minnesota, Indiana State transfer.
Ontario Brown is still down to our far left at the 6-yard line near side.
Heath Duncan down there with him, as well as Ben Kastner, Maria Reyes, the whole training staff down there. Thomas Hammock about the 10-yard line, hands on his hips. And NIU just got snake bit again. I mean, they give up a big run, which is something they never do. They come right back with their best back with a big-time run. We just mentioned that he's finally healthy. And then he gets dinged again on the play, which was an explosive run.
We have not seen a replay. I thought he was tackled from behind and the ball popped out.
And they are not, I repeat to the listeners, they are not looking at it. That's the bad news, because I thought maybe the knee had hit before it popped out.
8:28 to go first quarter. Western Michigan up 7-0. But Ontario Brown, who had just a fantastic run, fumbled, though, at the 6. Western Michigan was able to pick it up. They'll start the possession at the 2, but we're more worried about Ontario Brown. Oh, it looked like his knee was down as we get a replay here in the booth, but we haven't heard anything. We're going to get another look right here, Mark. Again, he's tackled from behind. No, he did. He fumbled.
And
his knee wasn't down.
His foot got caught underneath him.
Yeah.
And he's being helped very gingerly. And Ontario Brown, we expected so much of him. He's matured throughout his career at NIU, and we thought he'd have a 1,000-yard season, but he's just not been healthy all year long.
So again, as Mark Lindo tells you, he's now in the tent to our far left as Western Michigan will take over at their own 2-yard line.
Huskies -8. That's right, -8 on turnover margin this year. If they took better care of the football, this team could be 6-7, 8-0. I mean,
Jalen Buckley in the gun with Wolf. Wolf fakes it. He's going to run, gets up to the 5. He's taken down by Javon Bird, so you get a little RPO action. Wolf just able to get a couple yards. Gain of 3. They'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Western Michigan at their own 5. 8-10 and counting here in the first quarter. Broncos up 7-0.
Jaden Dolphin directing traffic up there. Christian Furman.
2 receiver set. Now the receiver to the near side comes to the right of the line. It's a handoff to Buckley. He breaks some tackles up to the 15, just outside the near right hash. Taken down, though, not before a first down at the 15. Give him the 16 for Western Michigan.
Jalen Buckley, a sophomore out of Aurora, Illinois / Batavia High School. And he came in last year as a freshman into DeKalb, like very heralded. He was already a 1,000-yard rusher, and the Huskies flat out shut him down at Husky Stadium in that shutout win. But he is back and healthy after missing a few games. Really good burst of speed there as they go double tight end. They really have it bunched in now to the Broncos on this play.
First and 10 at their own 16, going left to right. In motion, receiver to the far side. Wolf play action, throwing on the run to the near side. That's caught. 20, 25, 30. That's Sam Bucci. And he's finally pushed out of bounds, though, past the 30-yard line. Another first down for Western Michigan. They were starting this drive at their own 2, but that was a 21-yard gain. And they're now past the 30-yard line. They're going to spot this at the 32.
Sam Bucci with a nice little catch on the outside, his 26th of the season. He played his high school ball at Lamont High School, so another local guy. Sam Bucci, the little guy at about 6 foot, but only 190, but he can catch and run right there out in the flat.
Sam Bucci and Womack, the receivers to the far side. It's a handoff to Buckley, goes to his left, cuts inside the left hash, far side. Taken down from behind by Jake Gassaway, but not before he gets to the 41-yard line. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2 now for Western Michigan. 6:15 counting here in the first quarter. Broncos up 7-0 and have the ball.
Jordan Geely making wholesale substitution, defensive line coach for NIU, as the last 2 drives up front, the Broncos have played much better football, attacking and playing a low pad level against this NIU front 4.
Jaden Nixon back in the backfield. Gets the handoff from Wolf. Tries to get inside the far left hash. Just has enough for the first down. He gains 2 and another, quarter inch, but it's enough for a first down. Broncos will move the chains. He's down at the 44-yard line of Western Michigan, just to our left, as the Broncos again started this drive at their own 2 after the fumble from Ontario Brown of NIU after a fantastic run, but Brown is now hurt and in the medical tent.
Their fine center, Jacob Gideon, one of the best in the MAC, 77. He has been a force on the inside, both in zone blocking as well as he's pulled from that position as well.
Bunch set Sambucci, the receiver, to the far side. Wolf, play action. Looking to throw deep. Middle of the field. That's going to be too far. The receiver was Kenneth Womack, but he was double covered. Jay Sean Profit was back there. Jacob Finley was there. incomplete on that long play. 2nd and 10 for Western Michigan. Again, at their own 44 with 5:20 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Western Michigan.
Good job by Western Michigan. Their offensive coordinator, Walt Bell, he's been around. He coached at Indiana, Florida State, Maryland, North Carolina. He's been around. He takes a shot to Womack, 6', 195, who was an all-MAC player last year. First team with 76 catches. They went home run on first down.
Wolf in the pistol on 2nd and 10. Wolf turns to his right, hands off to Nixon, cuts back between the hashes, still on his feet, just pushes the pile forward past the 50, and that's just going to be short of a first down. Jacob Finley in on that tackle for NIU. It's going to be 3rd and 2 at the Huskies 48. Broncos going left to right. See if NIU can get a stop here in 3rd and short.
Thought the Broncos might go a little bit of tempo, but they are really not a huddle team. They'll wait for the play to come in from upstairs on CoachCom, and then Wolf will just deliver it to his team.
Nixon to the left of Wolf in the gun. Ball set at the near right hash on this 3rd and 2. Hand off Nixon, right up the middle. It's going to be close. The angle to the right. It's to the 47. He is short. On the bottom of the pile, too, Skylar Gill-Howard and Ray Thomas.
They're going to go for it again. Skylar Gill-Howard, boys, he's been an improved player all year long as well. He's got 5.5 TFLs. That one was probably, a foot tackle for loss. I don't know, 4th down, huge play. They either move the sticks or NIU gets the ball with great field position. Watch for play action right now and watch for their fine tight end Bosma out in the flat.
It's 4th and a long 1. Wolf in the gun. Hand off Buckley, tries to go right up the middle, and he's right at the line. He's going to have it. He needed to get to the 46. He got to the 46. First down, moved the chains for Western Michigan. The drive continues with 3:42 and counting here in the first quarter. Broncos trying to add to a 7-0 lead.
Well, he was stood up at the point of attack, but then just kind of slid off. Ray Thomas in now for NIU, just trying to continue to work himself into playing shape after playing his first game last week. But really good balance right there to slide off and fall forward instead of get to TFL.
Ball set at the near right hash. Broncos going right to left. They're at the Husky 46 on 1st and 10. Wolf just a pitch out to Buckley to the near side, and he's tripped up. Nice play. Javon Bird was on that tackle. Also, Skylar Gill-Howard, maybe a half of a yard gain as the Huskies defense was able to string that out. So bring up 2nd and long for the Broncos.
Yeah, that was the old student body right, if you will, the old USC days. Remember that? They're just a straight pitch. They pulled every lineman they could to the outside. NIU obliterated that blocking scheme and gets that one for no gain. It keeps them right at the sticks on 2nd down. Huskies continue to rotate in. Defensive lineman Ivan Davis in the football game now.
It's a good mist going, too. Nice little misty rain here in Kalamazoo. 2:36 and counting here in the first quarter. Broncos up 7-0. 2nd and 10 for Western Michigan at the Husky 46. Play action. Wolf throws to the far side. That is caught by Womack. Not much, though. At the far numbers, good tackle, Jayshon Prophet. Also, Nate Valcarcel in there. Also, Devontae O'Malley coming from that D-line and coming in and make that tackle. It's a gain of 2, so it's 3rd and 8 for Western Michigan at the Husky 44-yard line.
Nevaeh Sanders in to rush the passer here on a 3rd down pass situation. Really nice job by NIU getting to the football and busting that play up. Quite honestly, was Jacob Finley who made a play and allowed the cavalry to get to him. And great job, relentless pursuit of the football. O'Malley from the inside comes to help that tackle.
Broncos on 3rd and long. Handoff right up the middle. And it's a nice shoestring tackle for Skylar Gill-Howard. The handoff went to Zahir Abdus-Salam. Not much there. That was a nice tackle. Skylar Gill-Howard's been busy in this first quarter.
He has been using his lateral movement to make plays at the line of scrimmage as the Huskies didn't get the 3 and out, but they get the stop on this one. And right now, head coach Lance Taylor from Western Michigan, his second year, 8-11 coming in, has his team 4-0. He's playing field position football. He's going to punt this one.
4th and 6. Milrow will kick it. He's at his own 45. He's going to fake it. Through, middle of the field, and it is intercepted by NIU. To the 30, still on his feet, and it's got a convoy. It's Santana Banner. Past midfield, and then he's taken out of bounds. Santana Banner with the interception on a fake punt, and now a late flag comes in, but NIU is ready, and Santana Banner, the freshman from Flint, Michigan, comes in and makes the play.
Not a nice play by Banner, and he went up and high-pointed that football. Actually, like a really, really good play call, I think, by Western Michigan, because if it did get intercepted, what have you, it was the same deal as a punt. The good news is Banner was able to gain yards after the interception.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 46 of the kicking team. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the return. 1st and 10, Northern Illinois. Timeout.
Special teams comes up big for NIU. They'll have great field position for this drive as the Huskies try to tie it up. With exactly 1 minute to play in the first quarter here in Waldo Stadium in Kalamazoo, Michigan, it's Western Michigan 7. Huskies nothing, but Huskies looking to answer back. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check that your guests like spicy first before serving atomic hot wings.
Who's hungry?
Oh my gosh. What are these?
You don't like them?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Water.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th-string quarterback, and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
Gotcha.
Exactly 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Western Michigan up 7-0, but NIU, after making an interception on a fake punt from the Broncos, Santana Banner, redshirt freshman from Flint, Michigan, makes a fantastic play. So we go down the sidelines, and Terry Bonadonna, that had to pump up that Husky bench.
Yeah, there's no question. That was a really interesting call, and I'm interested in part by what Mark said, because I had the same feeling when they faked it. You get the interceptions, really no problem, because it essentially works like a punt, but the big return really turned things around, and I will be very intrigued to see where NIU goes from there, because after that Ontario Brown fumble and the injury, the air was just completely sucked out of this sideline as I was walking up and down the sideline. Just not very much energy, a lot of long faces, and it turned around completely after that interception from Santana Banner and the return. So obviously time will tell what actually happens going forward, but at least in the short term, it seems like that fake punt may really have backfired.
Well, what a great interception it was is Santana Banner using his athleticism. Boy, he went up and high-pointed that football. And once he made the catch, he showed more athleticism with an exciting, exhilarating run back. Huskies, after the plus 15 late hit, plus 15 penalty, have the ball the 31-yard line of Western Michigan, a chance to tie this football game with a touchdown. So we'll see who's going to get this drive. Will it be Telly Johnson? Will it be Gavin Williams from the running back position? And this would be a great time for a play-action pass on first down for NIU.
Huskies will come out again. 1 minute to play in this first quarter. 7-0 Western Michigan. And it will be Telly Johnson, the freshman from Augusta, Georgia. Again, comes in 6 carries, 48 yards. Telly Johnson was impressive in those carries versus Ball State. And he's going to get this drive. If you're just joining us, Ontario Brown had a fantastic run to the near side, but was tackled at the 6 to our left and fumbled and has gone out with an injury. It was picked up by Western Michigan on this last possession, but they tried a fake punt, and Santana Banner intercepted it. So now NIU's got it at the 31 to our left. Hampton in the pistol with Johnson behind him. 2 receivers set. Rudolph in motion to the far side. Handoff Johnson right up the middle. 25, 20, inside the 20. Nice spin from Telly Johnson right between the hash marks. And you see that versatile speed right away, breaking tackles. It's a gain of 14. Huskies getting closer to that end zone.
Well, Wesley Bashauner told us this week about Telly Johnson. He said he can be special. He never lets the first guy bring him down. And then he said something about he's a great trash runner. What he meant by that is when things do break down, he certainly can create something out of nothing.
It's Gavin Williams now on 1st and 10. And it's a reverse to Rudolph on the far side. Cuts in outside numbers, 10, and he's tripped up on the far side on a reverse. Rudolph went to the far wing. It's a nice gain, though. They're going to mark him down at the 10. It's about a yard or two short of a first down, but a little trickery from offensive coordinator Wesley Bashana.
I tell you what, I really like the misdirection, and all that does is try to move the eyes of the defense. When you move their eyes, and a defense is taught, keep your eyes, keep your eyes, keep your eyes. But when you get the ball to Rudolph on a jet sweep like that, reverse,
the end of the first quarter.
We played 15 minutes. We'll see what the second quarter brings us from Waldo Stadium in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Huskies looking to get in the end zone. It'll be second and short at the Broncos 10 when we come back for the second quarter. You're listening to NIU Football as the Broncos lead 7-0 going to the second quarter on the Constantino Law Firm, Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Northwestern Medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you. Because a career with Northwestern Medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Two of the biggest winning traditions in the greater Sycamore-DeKalb area are the Northern Illinois University Huskies and the Cunis Auto Group of Sycamore, your official auto group of the NIU Huskies. Featuring America's best-selling vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Honda, Hyundai, plus Volvo and Mercedes-Benz. And the area's biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs and hybrids, with over 1,500 available on lot and online. Buy like a champion at your nearby Cunis of Sycamore dealership. The NIU Huskies and the Cunis Auto Group of Sycamore, two great winning traditions.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
Hey, Husky fans, some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. You're in good hands with Allstate. Also, the Husky Sports Network, presented by the Constantino Law Firm, official law firm of NIU Athletics. We move to the second quarter here in Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna, the rain has stopped, so he's feeling better there on the sidelines. And Anthony Angiulo is back in our network studios. We start the second quarter. Western Michigan up 7-0, but NIU will be at the Bronco 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3 for NIU when we come out of the timeout.
Got to finish the drive after the interception, the 15-yard tack on the late hit in the first quarter. Western Michigan 5 first downs compared to 3 for NIU. 12 carries, 95 yards rushing for Western Michigan, the MAC's #1 rush team. 8 for 82 for the Huskies. Total plays, check this out. 18 plays, 126 yards. Western Michigan, 10 plays, 110 yards for NIU, and that goes into time of possession, 9:50 to 5:10 in favor of Western Michigan. Now, you remember, guys, the first 7 games, NIU would run like 90 more plays than their opponents, and then Ball State flipped the script on that. And now today, Western Michigan winning total plays and time of possession, even though NIU's defense once again has allowed 0 out of 3 on third down conversions. But Jaden Nixon, the one long touchdown run of 66 yards, is the difference in this football game so far. Remember, Ontario Brown, 4 carries, 51 yards before he was injured on that long run and then the ensuing fumble. But the Huskies in business here from the 10. Got to get it done and gain a little bit of that big mo back as Thomas Hammock walks back from the tent and out about the 35-yard, checking on his fine running back, Ontario Brown. Well, the cool thing about that is there's nothing like a player-coach relationship. And for Thomas Hammock and Ontario Brown, it was challenging at times, but Thomas Hammock helped mold Ontario Brown to the fine young man he's become, and he's so proud of Ontario, the way he has matured as a person, and they have just a great relationship, player-coach, those two gentlemen.
Well, Terry Bonadonna talked about it with Thomas Hammock in the pregame about, Brown getting healthier and being part of that offense, and we saw just what he could do, and for him to go out, hopefully we'll have good news on Ontario Brown. But the game continues. Tilly Johnson Jr. has come in. The freshman's had a couple runs there. And now we see what happens here on 2nd down and 3. Huskies to our right at the Broncos 10. Huskies will change the formation. They'll move 3 from the right of the line to the left. Telly Johnson is the back. Hampton in the pistol. Hampton, handoff, Telly Johnson. Tries to go right up the middle. Inside the 10. May have gotten down to the 7. It's close to a first down, but he might just be short. He is short. It's 3rd and 1 for NIU. At the 8, and NIU's going to go quick. Hampton under center. Hampton's just going to take it right up the middle and enough for a first down. QB sneak inside the 6-yard line at the right hash near side. So Huskies will have 1st and goal as we started this second quarter, 14-25 and counting. The Broncos up 7-0, but NIU knocking at the door.
Huskies bringing Matt Schooley right now, so they basically have 6 offensive linemen. The rest of them stayed in, so they're going heavy package right now inside the red zone. Now, NIU has scored 88% of their possessions in the red zone. That's a good number. However, only 54% TDs. That needs to be better than half the time. Get in the red zone. You got to get 7, not 6, or not 3, I should say.
Ball at the 6 on 1st and goal for NIU. Ball at the right hash. Johnson gets the handoff to the end zone. Touchdown, Telly Johnson to the right. It's the first Husky touchdown, the first in his career for Telly Johnson. And we're at 7-6 now with the PAT to come. And for every Husky touchdown during MAC play, Brian Bemis Toyota DeKalb will donate $200 to the DeKalb Education Fund, benefiting students in District 428. When the Huskies score, so do local students. Go Huskies, and thank you, Brian Bemis Toyota of DeKalb. Congratulations, Telly Johnson, on your first Husky touchdown.
Huskies brought in the extra offensive lineman. Telly Johnson, just really low pad level, hit the hole quick in his burst into the next level for the score.
Little for the PAT to our right. It is up, and it is good. So the Huskies take advantage of a special teams play. You get the interception on the fake punt from Santana Banner, and NIU drives from the Bronco 31, and it's capped off by Telly Johnson with a 6-yard touchdown run. We're tied 7-7 Broncos Huskies with 13:56 to go, second quarter. Timeout. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm the valet at the game, and I'm as tight on cash as this lot is on space. So I'm going to park your way too big truck in this way too small spot. And if you don't have the right auto insurance, this might leave you crunched for cash. So get Allstate, save money, and get protected from mayhem like me. Who's next?
Savings vary based on coverage selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
Gear up, game on, and give it up for your Huskies every time you play and pay with your fee-free NIU Visa debit card, only with free checking from FMBO, a proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get your say at fmbo.com/Huskies, member FDIC.
5 plays, 31 yards, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. That adds up to a touchdown drive. Telly Johnson, his first touchdown of his Husky career. Santana Banner set it up with his interception on the fake punt by Western Michigan. The Huskies were tacked down, a late hit by Western Michigan, a short field to work with, and they did indeed get the ball in the end zone. And I'll tell you what, we have seen Telly Johnson now, and every time he touches a ball, oh my goodness, is he impressive. And talking to the coaching staff, I said, who did you beat out Telly Johnson for? And they said basically it came down to the Toledo Rockets and NIU, and we're glad that he's going to be in DeKalb. That he is in DeKalb.
And 7-7 Huskies, Broncos, 13:56. We'll go down to Terry Bonadonna. Again, NIU, Terry, capitalizing. You get that turnover, you get that interception, Santana Banner, which we've been asking for, and we get the touchdown for Telly Johnson.
Yeah, and you've been talking about Telly Johnson. I've actually been really impressed with him on the sidelines as well. He is very actively engaged in this game when the team is on defense. He's one of the first offensive guys out there celebrating a big defensive play. So he's been, even as a freshman, kind of an emotional leader in this game as well. And, I said it when it happened, and I don't want to, pat myself on the back too much, but it really felt like that interception from Santana Banner flipped a switch on this sideline. So we'll see if it keeps up.
Well, there's nothing like momentum that can change any kind of athletic event. It's something that I've talked to athletes about my whole life is confidence is self-imposed. That means you have to have confidence in yourself and that will permeate to your teammates, and then they will have confidence in you. And Telly Johnson right now looks like a running back with confidence, just like Santana Banner did on that interception. When you play with confidence and you play with fundamental aggressiveness, you have a chance to be a fine individual player. You put the package together, and you can end up with a fine team.
Austin Bullock will kick it away for NIU. Bullock, the freshman from Bettendorf, Iowa, kick it left to right. Back deep, Jordan Parker and Jaden Nixon to our right for the Broncos. 7-7, NIU, Western Michigan, with 13:56 to go in the second quarter. Bullock, line drive, end over end. Nixon's going to let it go into the end zone. We'll have a touchback. Broncos will start this drive at their own 25 to our right. Let's see what that NIU defense can come back. Again, feed off what has happened. The momentum right now on the side of NIU.
Western Michigan really changes up their alignment. Say they'll run a double tight end set about 44% of the time, one back, two tight ends. They'll run one back, one tight end about 52% of the time. So they'll mix things up with a potpourri of about, some one back set, some offset. For the most part, NIU is going to play a four-man front against them, but we'll see if they start to bring linebackers even more on first down.
1st and 10 for Western Michigan at their own 25. Wolf in the gun, puts Buckley to his left. Wolf, handoff. Buckley goes to his right. Cuts just outside the far right hash. Inside the numbers up to the 30. Gain of 5 on first down. 2nd and 5 for the Broncos. Up to their 30-yard line. 7-7 Huskies Broncos. 13:40 to go, second quarter.
Buckley 4 carries, 19 yards. What I like about his game is sometimes it's better to be late than early. Very patient after taking that handoff. He just waited and waited and waited for his hole to develop. Very good running back with the patience and vision that he has.
Parker and Womack, the receivers to the far side. Again, a handoff to Buckley up the middle. Gets past the linebackers, past the 35. He gets all the way up to the 37-yard line. So Buckley with 2 strong runs to the right. That a gain of 7. Move the chains for Western Michigan.
Well, they're getting good push in their front line. Last 2 carries, Buckley, I talked about him being patient, but they won the line of scrimmage on the offensive front 5 of Western Michigan.
1st and 10 for the Broncos. At their own 37, going right to left. Ball set right between the hash marks. Wolf puts Womack in motion. Handoff Buckley again to the right. Past the 40. Gang tackled down. Not until he got up to the 43-yard line. Another nice gain for Buckley on first down. Gain of 6. They'll bring up 2nd and 4 for Western Michigan. Ball will be set on the far right hash.
See, and that's what Ball State did. Again, that's the only team all year, and now Western Michigan's doing it tonight, is they're getting the ball, getting 2nd down and 5, 2nd down and 4 consistently. That's something that no one has been able to do. Is that just a little bit of outside zone blocking right there for Western Michigan, and then Buckley using his vision to make the cut off those blocks.
3 receivers set for Western Michigan. 2 to the far side, 1 in the near. Wolf gives the handoff to Nixon. Has space. 45 past the 46 up to the 48. Again, enough for another first down. Nixon on the far right hash, just inside the far numbers. But again, it's just the run game going for Western Michigan as they move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. 7-7 here with 11:45 to go and counting here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Ty Miles from the cornerback position out on the far side of the field. He came on a corner blitz, but basically the ball was run inside of him, took him right out of the play. That's why they're able to move the sticks once again.
Broncos spread it out. There's going to be a hand up again to Nixon. He's taken down right away in the backfield. Jelani Williams able to get inside. Loss of 3. Back to the 45. A big-time play for Jelani Williams. Getting in there. Get a tackle for loss.
Boy, he came off the edge, and he just fought off the block of the left tackle for Western Michigan. That would be Ted Cushie, 6'7", 305. Jelani Williams won that battle one-on-one against the TFL.
2nd and 13 for the Broncos, going right to left at their own 45. Ball set at the far right hash. Wolf looks to throw, has time, throws middle of the field. It's deflected up and incomplete. They tried to throw it in the middle of the field to Jordan Parker, but good defense from NIU. It got popped up, lands on the field, incomplete, but now 3rd and long for Western Michigan.
Thought just for a minute Nate Valcarcel was going to be able to get that one off the turf on the carom. The ball was batted in the air, but just a little bit got to the ground too much. Good pass rush by NIU. They just rushed 4 on that one. closing pattern, really nice play on the inside, and good defense by Jaden Dolphin to bust that one up.
On 3rd and 13 now from the Broncos zone 45, we got a flag. And that's going to be offsides on NIU. Huskies, it's a little too antsy.
Offside. Defense number 0 entering the neutral zone, which caused an offensive player to react. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So it'll be third.
Correction. Remains third down.
It'll be 3rd and 8.
You say that's not a first down. I know better than that. But a much more manageable situation right now for Wolf, who averages 68% completion percentage, 1,586 yards coming in, through 15 out of 21 last week.
On 3rd and 8 at midfield. Looks like the Huskies are coming on a blitz. Wolf changes the play. Wolf in the gun. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Throws. Near side. Incomplete. Womack tried to make a catch at the shoestrings. Incomplete. They'll bring up 4th and 8 now for Western Michigan. They will punt it away. So the Husky defense gets a stop.
Well, Valcarcel showed blitz really early. Then you're right. Wolf changed the play. Valcarcel decided to come anyway. The blitz was on. Put a lot of pressure on that. Just not much time on that particular play. Again, short-arming that football was Wolf, who has not thus far been the pinpoint accurate passer that we thought. He is 3 out of 7 for 31 yards on the night.
Ryan Milmore is the punter. He's 0 of 1 throwing. He's got an interception. He's going to punt this one away. Spiral kick. Dane Partridge makes the catch at about the 13-yard line to our left for NIU. It's a punt of 37 yards for Ryan Milmore, the redshirt freshman from Bloomington, Illinois. And that will take us to the media timeout. So the Huskies defense gets a stop. Let's see if NIU can take the lead. 10:35 to go, second quarter. Broncos, Huskies tied at 7. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm, Husky Sports Network, from Van Wagner.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at ConstantinoLaw.net.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
10:35 to go here in the second quarter. Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. 7-7 Broncos and Huskies. The Huskies have the ball. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm, Husky Sports Network, from Van Wagner.
WDKB DeKalb. A Midwest family station.
Huskies will come out of this timeout and have 1st and 10 at their own 14 going left to right. Before that, let's go down to the sidelines. And Terry Bonadonna, I know you got an injury update on Antario Brown.
Yeah, the injury didn't look great as he was helped off the field. He was in the medical tent for a long time. He is back out now, walking around the sideline on crutches. So no official report, but it does not look good right now for his returning.
Terry, thank you very much. Again, next man up. And if there's one position that NIU has some depth in, it's been like that for a long time at NIU, but it's the running backs, and let's see what Telly Johnson can do on this drive.
Yes, sir, no doubt. Thomas Hammock feels you never have a big enough stable of running backs. It's being tested here tonight. I tell you what, I have a feeling Telly Johnson's going to bust a long one sometime tonight. How about the start for Ethan Hampton? He really led that last drive against Ball State.
On Sirius 209, XM 220 and Internet 925. Red Wings on Internet 929. 8:30 p.m. Edmonton Oilers face the Vegas Golden Knights. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 930. Knights on Internet 949. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Wednesday, November the 6th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Washington Capitals face the Nashville Predators. Capitals on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 950. Predators on Internet 935. 8 p.m., Chicago Blackhawks face the Detroit Red Wings. Blackhawks on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 925. Red Wings on Internet 929. 8:30 p.m., Edmonton Oilers face the Vegas Golden Knights. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 930. Knights on Internet 949. 424
NIU. 10-18 and counting here in the first half. 7-7 Broncos and Huskies.
Nice job by Brock Lampe getting in front and making that block at the point of attack. But just extending the play big time for Western Michigan was Aaron Wolford, the cornerback.
Bunch formation for NIU. Ball set at the near right hash at the 20. Handoff Williams. No, check that's a fake. Good fake from Ethan Hampton as he runs to the right, gets up to the 22-yard line. Really good fake. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for NIU. Hampton kept the ball, went to his right. Tully Johnson will replace Gavin Williams on this 3rd and short.
Well, Johnson's 5'11", 205. That's why he's in there, because he's a little bit bigger body, of course, than Williams, who's 203, 204. So we'll see offensive, defensive line. Who wins the battles up front on this 3rd down play?
Rudolph and Thompson, the receivers to the far side. Handoff Johnson up the middle, tries to make a move out to his 25 and has enough for the first down. He needed to get to the 24. He got to the 25, and it's a 1st and 10 for NIU. Moved the chains for the Huskies on a nice short gainer for Tully Johnson Jr.
Yeah, he just runs straight downhill. There's not much guessing, not much dancing. Just going straight smash mouth football. Nice block by Zernitz after the snap. Nice job by Lampe. Really good up front push on 3rd and short for NIU. They move the sticks by a three more downs.
Ball at the 26 to our left. Huskies going left to right. We're tied 7-7 here in the second quarter. Hampton, play action. Looking to throw. He's going to throw it deep. Down in the near side. Tried to get the Barnes. Incomplete. And the flag comes out. At the 30-yard line here, right in front of us on the right side. And the Broncos side, Barnes gets the pass interference on Western Michigan.
Pass interference, defense number 1, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Mark, I love that play for a couple reasons. Yes, you try to get in the hands of Grayson Barnes, but let's just see if you can get a flag. Let's just see if something can happen. So it's a 15-yard gainer on the flag for NIU.
Yeah, and they give it on number 1, Bilal Cohen. But I tell you what, it could have been also on Aaron Wolford. He was interfered by 2 different double coverage guys for Western Michigan. And a nice 1st down play right there as the Huskies try to stretch the field.
It's 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 41, going left to right. Lone receiver to the near side is Thompson. They're going to pitch it to the left, and Huskies tripped up. It was Gavin Williams who got the pitch. Got flipped up to the 42. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9 for NIU. 8-17 and counting. Second quarter, we're tied 7-7.
Well, the good thing is NIU now starting to have a little bit of ball control, ball possession, trying to grind some plays, trying to wear down this Western Michigan defense, mixing that long pass attempt. Tully Johnson with a 3rd down conversion. Hampton with a run of his own for short yardage, but really diversifying the offensive touches.
2 receiver set, Rudolph in motion. Now it's going to fake the handoff to him. Hampton rolls loose right now, throws Lampe, middle of the field, 50, bowling over people down to the 45 of Western Michigan at the near right hash. So you get a little misdirection. You fake the jet sweep to Rudolph. You throw it to Lampe, middle of the field, 14-yard gain. Move the chains for NIU. They're in Bronco territory.
Boy, right now they are really going some misdirection. They're more creative offensively tonight that you could possibly be. They faked the jet to Rudolph on the reverse, and then they go throwback to Lampe, and Lampe got hit, but instead he delivered the hit after that 14-yard pickup. He is a bull when he catches a football.
But the Broncos 45, 1st and 10. Hampton in the pistol, has Johnson behind him. Hampton gives it to Telly Johnson Jr. Has space to the right, 40, down to the 38 to the near side, near numbers. Good gain on first down. There will be a gain of 7. They'll bring up 2nd and 3 now for NIU at the Bronco 38. 6.5 to go here. Excuse me, Mark. 6:50 to go. Second quarter, 7-7.
Boy, does Telly Johnson run hard. It's hard to describe. He's just like a pinball, just bouncing off people, and then he's like a bowling ball, just knocking down pins when he takes the football into the first level and then gets it to the second level.
Rudolph and Thompson receive it to the far side on this 2nd and 3. Play action. Hampton looking to throw. He's going to throw deep to the far side. It's caught. Grayson Barnes down inside the 10, and then he's gang tackled about the 7-yard line. But a nice play action from Hampton to Grayson Barnes, a 31-yard reception, and it's 1st and goal for NIU.
Pocket, poise, possession on the long play. We mentioned Grayson Barnes. Get him involved. He's been quiet this season. Really good first down play. They fake the handoff to Telly Johnson, and then the long throw downfield. Huskies in hurry-up mode.
At the 7, 1st and goal. Hampton, play action. Hampton throws sidearm to Tristan Tavis into the end zone. Touchdown on the far side. Again, misdirection. Tristan Tavis gets the touchdown, his first of the season, and NIU takes the lead 13-7.
That drive started way back at their 14-yard line, and Ethan Hampton was superlative on that particular drive as he sidearmed that like a submarine quarterback on that first down pass. Tavis was a tight end on the right side. He caught that ball one-handed and catapulted himself into the end zone.
Whittle in for the PAT. Huskies take the lead on the road. PAT up. PAT good. And for every Husky touchdown during MAC play, Brian Bemis Toyota of DeKalb will donate $200 to the DeKalb Education Fund, benefiting students in District 428. When the Huskies score, so do local students. Go Huskies, and thank you, Brian Bemis Toyota of DeKalb. Broncos got the first 7. Huskies have come back 14 unanswered. We take the timeout. 6:05 to go. Second quarter here in Kalamazoo. Huskies 14, Broncos 7. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Husky Athletic Fund is proud to support Husky football and NIU's 400 student athletes across all 17 sport programs. Husky Athletic Fund donors make a positive impact on the success of NIU student athletes in competition, in the classroom, and in the community. Join the Husky Athletic Fund today. Call 815-753-1923 or go online to huskyathleticfund.com. Go Huskies!
NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
Husky Sports is brought to you by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Also, Country Financial makes insurance easy. Worry less and feel more confident with insurance designed to meet your specific needs. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Back here, Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Anthony Angulo in the network studios. 6:05 to go before half. Huskies 14, Broncos 7.
Hey, Andy Garcia, my partner. How would you like to hear about the Husky scoring drive?
I want to hear it now.
Okay, let's do it. 8 plays, 86 yards, Mr. Garcia. Tristan Tavis, his first touchdown catch of the season from Ethan Hampton's right arm, the side armor, if you will, his 10th touchdown pass of the year. Hampton's been really good tonight. 7 yards for that score with 6:05 to go. Huskies had just driven 4 minutes and 30 seconds 14-7 NIU, and now have 191 total yards against Western Michigan, and have taken control of this game from an emotional standpoint at this juncture. I'm sure that Terry Bonadonna does feel it down there, because you could feel the energy and excitement up here that NIU has on that sideline.
Yeah, to recap what we've seen so far, Western Michigan got the first score, a 66-yard touchdown run for Jaden Nixon, but NIU comes back after a special teams, a fake punt from Western Michigan. Santana Banner intercepts it, takes it back. NIU finishes off that drive on a Telly Johnson touchdown run, and then on this last drive, just as Mark mentioned, 8 plays, 86 yards, finished off on a nice little sidearm throw. Hampton to Tristan Davis, and it's Huskies up 14-7, 6:05 to go here before halftime, as Austin Bullock will kick it left to right. Back deep for Western Michigan, Jaden Nixon and Jordan Parker. Bullock puts his right foot to the ball, line drive, end over end, and it's going to be down in the end zone. I thought for a second that Jaden Nixon was going to bring that out, but he thought better of it, took the knee, and Western Michigan will start at their own 25.
The Huskies coming into this game and run 109 more plays than their opponent. That's been dominating the way they've done that tonight. Right now, Western Michigan's +4 on plays run, but you can't get a better drive than the Huskies just had when they went 8 plays and 86 yards. They come right back with a special teams kicking the ball in the end zone.
Zahir Abdus-Salam will be the running back on this start of the drive. Play action, Wolf between the hashes, looking to throw, does, near side, that's caught, 40, 45, 50, and that is Kenneth Womack. Open on the near sidelines, gets us into Husky territory. He's taken down at NIU's 47-yard line. It's a 28-yard pitch and catch. Wolf to Womack on the near side. 1st and 10, as we see Ontario Brown now being carted off to our right off a golf cart. Looks like he'll be going to maybe Western Michigan side, maybe for X-rays.
X-rays, more than likely. 28 yards on that one. First down pass on play action. That's the way to get it done.
Abdus-Salam gets the handoff to his right, has open space inside the 40 at the far right hash. Finally taken down there, but it's a gain of 7 on first down. 2nd and 3 for Western Michigan at the Husky 40 to our left. 5:10 and counting here. First half, Huskies up 14-7.
How about this stable of running backs so that Western Michigan has? Jaden Nixon, he's doggone good. Jalen Buckley, a good one. And here's Abdus-Salam, who had 83 yards off the bench last week. So they got the trifecta of running backs.
Wolf under center. Puts Womack in motion to the far side. It's going to be a flea flicker. Wolf has it back. He just has to throw it to the far sideline. Incomplete. Cade Haberman was coming. Western Michigan tried a little trickery. Cade Haberman said, no way. Had to throw it away.
And Huskies had great coverage.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. Receiver number 10 was in the area of the pass.
Wow.
Incomplete pass.
What happened there, the reason they could not execute that play at all, because the Huskies secondary, there was only one person in the pattern for Western Michigan, and NIU didn't have him double teamed, they had him triple teamed, and then really great pressure by Skylar Gill-Howard at the last second.
Abdus-Salam was about 15 yards from that throw. So, yes, was he in the area? Yes, I'm in the same area code. But that was very close. On this 3rd and short, and we get a stoppage. I think Thomas Hammett wants a timeout for NIU. He does. It was 3rd and 3 for Western Michigan at the Husky 40 to our left.
Before the ball was snapped, Northern Illinois has called their first charge timeout at 4 minutes and 43 seconds. 4:43.
NIU did not like the alignment they had, and Coach Jordan Geely, along with Thomas Hammett, getting out.
Thank you.
Voicing a little bit of displeasure that's why they called the timeout. They weren't aligned the way they thought. You don't want to give up a big play because of an alignment breakdown.
So 4:43 left in this first half. Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Anthony Angulo back in our network studios. See if NIU can get a stop on this 3rd and 3.
NIU was showing blitz on that play. Before the timeout, they were showing blitz. Now, the reason I bring that up, if you just showed it to Western Michigan, do you stay with it or you dump out of it right now?
Ball set on the far right hash. Broncos going right to left. 3rd and 3. Wolf in the pistol has Nixon behind him. 2 receivers set. It's going to be a handoff to Nixon to the right side. And he's short. He was cut down before he had to get to the 42. inside the 40. He had to get to the 37. He's down at the 38. So it's 4th and 1 for Western Michigan. And then they're going to try to go up-tempo on this 4th and short. 4:24 and counting. First half, Huskies up 14-7. And now they're going to let some of that time go, get real set up here.
They've slowed it down. Timeouts, Western Michigan, I believe, has all 3. They do.
It's 4th and a good 1. Ball set at the far right. Well, puts Womack in motion to the right of the line. It's going to be a handoff. Buckley right up the middle. It's got enough for the first down. And more, still on his feet. To the 30, down to the 25 on the left hash as the Broncos go for it on 4th down, and they get it. The drive continues. They're going to mark him down at the 26 of NIU. It's a 12-yard run for Jalen Buckley.
Well, he was stood up, a lot of white shirts. Yes, it was going to be a first down no matter what, but then boom, he just popped out of that pile and picks up 8 or 9 or 10 yards after contact before finally dragged down late by Santana Banner.
Broncos on the drive to our left at the Husky 26. Broncos change the formation, bring 2 tight ends to the right side. Wolf in the pistol, has Buckley behind him. And again, misdirection in the middle. Womack going to reverse to the near side, able to get past one tackler. Looks like he got inside the 25. They're going to mark him at the 27. Check that. Say that he's going to get into the 23-yard line.
Well, DeMond Taylor had some penetration into the backfield, but there was no way that he was going to be able to run down Nix from the backside. Once Nixon eluded that first tackler, then he got to the outside. Still a decent first down game, but nothing dangerous as far as NIU's front four is concerned.
It's 2nd and 7 at the Huskies 23. Going to hand off to Buckley to the right. Not much there, and he stood up. Good play that time from a couple Huskies. Devontae O'Malley on that tackle. Christian Furman, DeMond Taylor, Ivan Davis. And you get the timeout from NIU. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 5.
Timeout. Northern Illinois at 2:33.
So 3rd and 5 for Western Michigan at the Husky 21-yard line. So the clock stops, as you heard, 2:33 to go first half as the Huskies lead 14-7.
Well, Thomas Hammock knows 2 things. One, if Western Michigan gets a first down, they can obviously run a fresh set and run more plays. He wouldn't get the ball back, but he knows if he can get a stop here, force a long field goal, he would have a chance to get the football back for his team with about 2 minutes to go and run their late offense. So good timeout clock management by Coach Hammock.
Western Michigan will have the first possession in the second half. Again, 2:33 to play. Ball is at the far right hash. Broncos going right to left on this 3rd and 5 for Western Michigan. Womack, the receiver to the near side. Dudon and Habrowski are the near receivers. So you get the pitch to Abdul Salam. Just a sweep to the right. He's got enough. He's pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets to the 14-yard line of NIU to the far side. So the Broncos move the chains, and the clock continues to run. 22-21 here in the first half as the Huskies lead 14-7, but the Broncos are getting close.
Yeah, and a good play once again, because what they did, everything was bottled up on the inside. They know that NIU such a great job from both defensive ends in on the interior, so they pitched the ball outside of the defensive end of that position. Jelani Williams got him outside and get the first down.
The Broncos are going to let it go down to the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
It was a gain of 7 on that last play for the running back Zahir Abdul Salam, and we will take this timeout. See what happens as we end this first half in Waldo Stadium in Kalamazoo, Michigan. 2-minute timeout here in the first half. It's NIU 14, Western Michigan 7. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Listen, the football landscape has changed a lot. NIL deals, social media, the transfer portal. There's never been more distractions for an athlete. Powerade knows what's most important, the commitment to the game. With 50% more electrolytes than Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Powerade hydrates athletes as they block out the noise and put in the work. Hydrate your grind with Powerade. Grab a pack today at a store near you. See product label for additional details. It takes more.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
Gear up, game on, and give it up for your Huskies every time you pay with your free NIU Visa debit card, only with free checking from FMBO, a proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies, member FDIC. 2-minute timeout here in the first half, Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Huskies 14, Broncos 7. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna down on the sidelines. Anthony Angulo is in the network studios. Hey, coming up, we will have the FMBO Husky halftime show. Terry Bonadonna is going to talk to Thomas Hammock. We'll hear the highlights from the first 30 minutes, but I'll also have a conversation that I recorded earlier this week with Blake Constantino from the Constantino Law Firm, LLC. Proud sponsor of NIU football, NIU athletics, and Blake and I had the chance to talk, and you guys will be interested to see what Constantino Law Firm is all about.
Great sponsor of NIU, a supporter, I believe, an NIU grad.
Yeah, and his whole family.
Yeah, that's
all the Constantinos.
Gotta love the Huskies and the Constantinos. Great partnership. Hey, how about they're flashing the lights on and off Waldo Stadium? They got the smoke coming from the student section, trying to create a little atmosphere. And I'll be honest with you, there's a better crowd than we usually see on a weeknight here in Kalamazoo, but they're 4-0 in the league, so why not?
Hey, listen, I came from Monday night, Statesboro, Georgia, NIU men's basketball, tipping up against Georgia Southern. We get that first made basket from the Eagles, and there's toilet paper on the court. It was thrown all over the place.
Did you
I tried to pick it up for the kids. We need it back at the house, but
did you throw any?
It hit me. Rodney Davis got hit, but it was really cool. Just those atmosphere things. But I did bring some toilet paper home. We're good now at the house, and we'll see what happens here. We have 2 minutes left in this first half. Huskies up 14-7, but the Broncos have 1st and 10 at NIU's, 14-yard line.
First down and 10, Western Michigan. Here we go. Huskies would be more than satisfied if they can get 3 downs and hold Western Michigan to a field goal opportunity.
Broncos to our left at the Husky 14. On 1st and 10, ball set at the far right hash. Wolf puts Parker in motion. Be a handoff to Nixon. He gets to his left. Half open space. 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. Nixon's run to the left from 14 yards out, and Nixon has his second rushing touchdown of the night, and Western Michigan a PAT away from tying it up.
Nixon from 14, a little bit of an inside handoff. Once he saw some space, he got to the second level. There was no one there. They had put one man in motion, sealed off the inside. Christian Furman had one chance at him, but was not able to make the play. Dragging him down from the backside, Santana Banner, but just too late.
And for the PAT, Lucas Zurek, 5th-year senior from Cleveland. Snap, hold, kick is up. The kick is good. So, the bad part is Western Michigan scores. It's 14-14, but NIU still has 1:54 left to go in this first half, so they can take the lead back before we have the halftime intermission. How about Jaden Nixon?
So good.
Everything what we talked about and heard about, and he's got 2 rushing touchdowns, one of 66 and one of 14.
Good scoring drive by Western Michigan. It goes 75 plays after the kickoff, or 75 yards in about 8 plays, most of that on the ground. And a really solid run by Nixon. And check it out. How many yards Nixon now? Because NIU had not given up a 100-yard rusher all season
I'm
long.
afraid to look because I think he's gone over it.
Nixon had a 66.
Not yet. 95.
Okay.
Not yet.
Couple tackles for loss. How about that? Let's get that inside handoff.
That's been a good little streak going, though, with NIU not giving up that 100-yard rusher. Hasn't happened yet, but Jaden Nixon on his way with 95 yards already in the first half.
Nixon came into this game with 10 touchdowns, now has 12. Transfer out of Oklahoma State via Las Colinas, Texas.
It's a swip kick. It's picked up by one of the Huskies' up men. That's the 30, 35, and just moving the pile forward to the 40. So really good start of field position here for NIU. And it was Brock Lampy with the carry off the kickoff.
Yeah, and he's had good hands catching that football. Then he just, you sometimes just think, okay, big fellas, just fall down, don't make a mistake. But he knows how to handle a football, both rushing it and catching it. We've seen Brock Lampy be impactful in the game in a myriad of ways.
Squib kick?
Yeah, I thought well, here's what they did, Andy. Squib kick, good idea. Execution of the squib kick, not very good, because you want the line drive that ball and get past that first level.
So it's 1st and 10 for NIU, left to right at their own 40. Ball set at the far left hash. Johnson, the running back, he'll get the handoff to the left. Gets past the 40, up to the 42-yard line. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for NIU. Clock running, 1:36, 1:35 here in the first half, as we're tied 14-14.
Last time Ethan Hampton ran the 2-minute drill was 10 days ago, where he led his team right downfield for a 47-yard field goal with 15 seconds to go against Ball State before Ball State answered at the buzzer.
Listen to this. Huskies have scored in the final 2 minutes of a half 7 times in 8 games so far. Trying to make it another one here on 2nd and 8. Hampton play action. Looking to throw, does. He'll dump it off to Williams on the far side. 40, 45, 15, and gets out of bounds. First down for NIU, and a heads-up play from Gavin Williams to get out of bounds. The 50-year senior from Altoona, Iowa. Gain of 10, stops the clock. Huskies in Bronco territory, 1st and 10.
That's the old adage. You take what the defense gives you. They're playing one single safety about 15 yards back. That would be Aaron Wolford, usually a cornerback. He's playing about 15 back, but underneath pass, you take 10. You'll take again 10 on this particular play. Well-poised pass by Ethan Hampton, and Gavin Williams, we know, can catch the ball out of the backfield.
1:04 on a stop clock here in this first half. 1st and 10, Huskies at the Bronco 49. Hampton steps back, looking to throw, does, far side, caught. It's Partridge on the far side, able to get enough for the first down. He's going to be just short. Like I say, he marked out 1 yard short up to the 40-yard line on the far sideline. Again, gets out of bounds, so bring up 2nd and 1 for NIU at the Bronco 40 with 58 seconds to play. We're tied at 14.
Cam Thompson, 25 catches. He's been quiet tonight. He's been the go-to guy the last few weeks. Drawing double coverage on that particular play, but a nice underneath pattern, crossing pattern by Partridge.
Williams in the gun with Hampton. Williams to the left of Ethan Hampton on this 2nd and short at the Broncos 40. To our right. Ball set at the far left hash. Hampton has time. Looking to throw, does. Near side caught by Rudolph. Spins down to the 35. Taken down at the 33. Clock will stop at the first down yardage, but then we'll restart. 50 seconds left, first half. Trayvon Rudolph taken down at the 33. Right in front of this on the right side. Clock starts.
Plenty of time.
49, 48, 1st and 10 for NIU. Hampton again will throw. Looking to throw, near side, does. Caught. Rudolph gets out of bounds. Trayvon Rudolph with a nice catch. Stops the clock with 41 seconds to play. He's down to the 24-yard line. Plenty of time for NIU. 14-14 here as we're ending this first half. NIU still has 1 timeout.
Rudolph just snagged that ball. A well-thrown ball once again by Hampton, who's now, 8 out of 9 on the night.
Huskies spread it out. 4 receivers set on this 2nd and 1. Hampton looking to throw, and it was tried to get the slant, and it's knocked down, deflected at the line. We saw a little bit of that versus Ball State. So it's bringing up 3rd and 1 for NIU. He's looking for the slant, I believe the Barnes to the left, so incomplete. 3rd and 1 for NIU at the Bronco 24. 38 seconds.
First charge timeout. First charge timeout, Western Michigan.
Interesting timeout by Western Michigan. Obviously, they want to get their defensive signals straight, but I still think at the same time that allows NIU to talk about what they want to do on this play, and the decision-making is going to be you make a run first and just get the first down and then get back up the line of scrimmage and clock it, or do you go ahead and throw this football with the risk of obviously an incompletion and something on a fourth down situation.
Corey Walker, the defensive end, was able to get his big paw on that to deflect it, knock it down. It's amazing how many Illinois players are on Western Michigan. They are able to recruit really, really well in Illinois. I mean, this is the 2 closest teams, NIU, Western Michigan, or NIU's closest opponent, Western Michigan. Easy drive over here. So it's 3rd and 1. at the Bronco 24 to our right.
Now they bring in Telly Johnson. That tells me, unless they want to, go against the scouting report, that this is a run, and they bring Williams off on the third down play.
It is a handoff to Johnson right up the middle. Has enough for the first down or no? It's close. He had to get... Then it is a first down. He got to the 23, so the clock is going to stop to move the chains. 32 seconds, 1st and 10 for NIU at the Broncos 23. Huskies will go fast. Hampton is just going to pound it. He's going to just pound it in the ground, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought they might do. Bring the running back in, get the first down, then clock it on first down. So you basically have 2 more plays before you would have to get Cannon Woodle in the football game with no timeouts.
Ball was spiked by the quarterback at 29 seconds.
He's got 4 more seconds, which is huge in this situation.
Who's running the clock here in Kalamazoo?
Thank you.
I don't know. But the official was very nice. He said, thank you.
Well, Jerry Valentine's a very nice guy, the referee. So now it's 2nd and 10 for NIU at the Bronco 23. 29 seconds. Clock is stopped in this first half. Hampton steps the throw. Does. Near side. Caught. Trayvon Rudolph again gets out of bounds. On just on a little out pattern. Gets down to the 17-yard line. Gain of 7.
I think you might be able to take one shot to the end zone now and go for the touchdown. You're definitely in Cannon Woodle field goal range. Woodle comes into this football game 12 out of 17 field goaling. Long of 50.
It is third
It's third down and 4 at the 17 for NIU. 25 seconds here, first half. Timeout, Western Michigan.
Second charge timeout, Western Michigan, 30 seconds in length.
We'll keep it here. And 25 seconds left first half. 14-14, but NIU at the Bronco 17-yard line.
How about the job Lance Taylor's done with this football team? Former assistant coach at Notre Dame, offensive coordinator at Louisville, coached with the Carolina Panthers, and put his mark on this program, has them in first place right now. Miami last night with a win. They're 4-1 in the league now, but you know what? The league looks like so much parity. I mean, there's some very good football teams, but no one's dominant. No one's just taking control of this league and, been a dominant team like we've seen different times in the past with NIU, with Miami, with UT.
So it's 3rd and 4 for NIU at the Bronco 17 to our right. Ball set at the near right hash. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side. Williams, the running back to the left of Hampton in the gun. Hampton gets a snap, looking to throw. Does. Far side, Rudolph wide open. 5, gets out of bounds. No one was there. The defense finally collapsed. Rudolph out at the 5-yard line. It's a nice throw and catch of 12. So it's 1st and goal for NIU with 20 seconds to play. Clock is stopped at the 5-yard line of the Broncos to our right.
Plenty of time to throw a couple balls into the end zone. And yes, you can throw this one short of the end zone, get back up a clock. And you certainly have time for 2 more plays before you'd have to kick a field goal.
Williams is the back in the gun with Hampton. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side. 1st and goal. Hampton has time. Now rolls to his right. Looking to throw. He's just going to throw it out of bounds on the near side. Andrew McElroy was the nearest receiver, but Hampton was just trying to throw it away. Nothing there. So it's 2nd and goal from the 5. 14 seconds left to go first half. We're tied 14-14.
Jamari Roberson, their linebacker, 6 foot out of Muskegon, Michigan, was a run there with McElroy the whole time. And Thomas Hammock knows he has 1 more shot, maybe 2. Good job by Hampton just throwing that football away.
Can you run it?
I don't think you can run it with 14 seconds now. I think you have to throw the football.
Still have a timeout. It's check that 2nd and goal. Williams in motion to the near side. Hampton looking to throw, does. Screen to Williams near side. He's going to try and make a one-on-one move. He does! Gets to the end zone. Touchdown! He broke the ankles of the defender, Naquan Washington, and Gavin Williams from 5 yards out gets the touchdown reception, and the Huskies take the lead back with 9 seconds to play here in the first half.
What a great drive, and I'll tell you what, he did indeed break the ankles of Naquan Washington, the corner, who flat out should have made that play. They split out Williams to the outside and at the 5-yard line. He should have been knocked out of bounds, but no, a little bit of shake, a little bit of bake, a little bit of throw in the hips, and he gets into the end zone. What a fine drive.
How about this Husky offense in the first half?
Yep.
And the PAT is good from Kenny Whittle. How about that? Western Michigan comes back, gets it, ties up with the touchdown, but NIU comes right back. 12 plays, 60 yards, 1:45 off the clock, and it's finished off. Hampton finds Gavin Williams from 5 yards out. 21-14 NIU, 9 seconds to play first half.
Boy, how about Hampton? His numbers right now are superlative, but even better than his numbers, even better than Ethan Hampton's numbers. 11 out of 14, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Remember, he clocked one of those incompletions. He has been an outstanding leader and manager of this game. And what a big-time play it was by a playmaker, Gavin Williams, the senior transfer out of Iowa, who had two 100-yard games just a few weeks ago. He knows how to make a play. No doubt about it. Husky offense grinding right now.
Don't forget the Broncos will have first possession in the second half, but that's a big touchdown for NIU to go up 7 with 9 seconds to go first half. Austin Bullock will kick it away left to right. Ball set on the left hash, and you get a sweep kick this time, and it's just downed by Western Michigan at the 25 to our right. And it was snagged by August Johan Meyer.
Good job by Austin Bullock, but you talked about the squib kick, the line drive kick. Remember, NIU started with a short field because Western Michigan didn't execute, and Bullock did right there. He got the ball to the second level. And we'll see Western Michigan. I would thought they'd just gone victory formation. The Huskies are playing about 15 yards back right now.
Broncos have 1 timeout. 8 seconds left. They'll start at their own 25, right to left. It's a handoff to the right up to the 29-yard line, just at the near numbers. And that's going to end the first half. So
that's the end of the first half.
Broncos just run it to the left. And NIU will take the halftime lead on the road, 21-14. Offensive explosion for NIU here at Waldo Stadium in Kalamazoo. Terry Bonadonna is on his way to talk to head coach Thomas Hammock as his team is up by 7, 21-14. Terry Bonadonna down with Thomas.
Coach, the offense has been firing on all cylinders here in the first half. What's been the key?
Guys, we mentioned in the running the pass, keeping them off balance. Like the way these guys are executing. Obviously, we don't want to turn the ball over down there, but I like the response.
Western Michigan's got that 3-headed monster running back going right now. How do you slow them down in the second half?
We got to settle down with our D-line and really get off the ball and knock them back and create penetration to get the back to stop his feet.
Thanks, Coach.
Go Huskies.
Terry, thank you very much. Halftime here in Waldo Stadium. Kalamazoo, Michigan. We'll come back with the FMBO Husky halftime show. At the half, Huskies lead the Broncos 21-14. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at ConstantinoLaw.net.
Northwestern medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you. Because a career with Northwestern medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check the kickoff time first before showing up at the stadium.
What? The lot's full already? You said kickoff was at 3.
It was last week.
That's not how it works, Bob.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome to the FNBO Halftime Show on the Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner. Stay with us as the NIU football broadcast team brings you the first half stats, highlights, and more right here on 94.9 WDKB.
Welcome inside the Husky Halftime Show, brought to you by FNBO. FNBO is proud to be an official bank of NIU Athletics, member FDIC. At the half here in Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. NIU 21, Huskies 14. Let's look at some of the highlights in that first half. Western Michigan got on the board first. 9:18 to go in the first quarter. It was Jaden Nixon, a 66-yard run, got through the defense, got to the end zone. PAT made it 7-0. But Western Michigan got the ball back. They were stopped on fourth down. They went for a punt, but it was Santana Banner making a play on special teams. Milrow will kick it. He's at his own 45. He's going to fake it through middle of the field, and it is intercepted by NIU. To the 30, still on his feet, and it's got a convoy. It's Santana Banner past midfield, and then he's taken out of bounds. Santana Banner with the interception. 15-yard penalty would help NIU, and it would be capped off by Telly Johnson from 6 yards out. Ball at the 6 on first and goal for NIU. Ball at the right hash. Johnson gets the handoff to the end zone. Touchdown, Telly Johnson. To the right. It's the first Husky touchdown, the first in his career for Telly Johnson. And we're at 7-6 now with the PAT to come. Telly Johnson, that was with 13:56 to go in the second quarter, and he gets his first career Husky touchdown, made it 7-7. And then NIU would come back, take the lead. 6:05 to go. Huskies drive down, and a nice little play. Hampton finds Tristan Tavis at the 7. First and goal. Hampton, play action. Hampton throws sidearm to Tristan Tavis into the end zone. Touchdown on the far side. Again, misdirection. Tristan Tavis gets the touchdown, his first of the season, and NIU takes the lead 13-7. That's completed an 8-play, 86-yard, 4.5-minute drive for NIU, and they took the lead 14-7. NIU, again, the defense on their heels a little bit at the end of that first half as Jaden Nixon from 14 yards out. That's his second rushing touchdown. PAT made it 14-14, but NIU would come back. In the first half, they got the drive down to the 5-yard line. It was just one-on-one. Gavin Williams breaking ankles. Williams in motion to the near side. Hampton looking to throw, does. Screen to Williams near side. He's going to try and make a one-on-one move. He does! Gets to the end zone. Touchdown! He broke the ankles of the defender, Naquan Washington, and Gavin Williams from 5 yards out gets the touchdown reception, and the Huskies take the lead back with 9 seconds to play here in the first half. 21-14, that is the halftime lead for NIU. They have the lead on the road through the first 30 minutes. We'll come back in this FNBO Husky Halftime Show. My conversation with Blake Constantino from the Constantino Law Firm, LLC. Halftime here, Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. NIU 21, Huskies 14. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Northwestern medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you. Because a career with Northwestern medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Country Financial makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra. are full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
The Boneyard Victor E. Collective is the NIL marketplace that connects NIU supporters and local businesses with Husky student athletes, enabling them to capitalize on their name, image, and likeness while competing for NIU businesses. And individuals can engage with NIU athletes through public appearances, social media posts, and more. Go to boneyardvictore.com for more information.
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
This is the FMBO Husky Halftime Show. NIU taking on Western Michigan. Andy Garcia back with you. And I get the chance to talk to Blake Constantino from the Constantino Law Firm, LLC in DeKalb. Blake, it is great to be with you.
Nice to be here. Nice to be here, Andy.
Blake, tell me, why is it so important for the Constantino Law Firm to sponsor NIU athletics and NIU football?
Well, we love the school, and I think that when I say we, it's my siblings, my brother, Chris, who founded the firm, my sister, Nina, and myself, all are graduates of Northern Illinois University. And I think I figured it out once that from about 1985 or 86, one of us was enrolled full-time. We've got too many degrees to mention, but one of us was enrolled full-time, starting as undergrads, going through graduate school, and then all the way up to law school.
Tell us, what should the listeners know about the firm?
We've got roots in the community. We love being part of the DeKalb community, and we were mentored by a man who I consider to be, and I think many people do, one of the old legends or the old lions of the law in the DeKalb community. His name was Ed Diedrich. And I think for the listeners out there who are probably have a little gray hair, they will remember Ed Diedrich and his personality. And all three of us had an opportunity to work for, I believe, and be mentored by this great man who was himself a DeKalb fixture for many years.
One thing that people know about the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, your customer service. When you call, when you reach out, email, I know you guys want to have a quick response. I know you don't want clients to have to wait. I know you're really right on with that customer service.
Absolutely. To that end, I think we have kind of the other person that's involved in our office full time is Elizabeth Weir. Now, Elizabeth is also a graduate of the College of Law, and she's our senior paralegal and real estate coordinator. But what Liz does that's most important is she makes sure that everybody gets contacted back. If we don't answer the phone, and I think I'm very proud of the fact that we answer the phone. We don't want people to have to leave messages or to go through any type of voicemail maze. It's Liz who kind of keeps things running. She makes sure that everybody is where they need to be and doing what they need to do so that our clients can get the best possible service.
We're talking to Blake Constantino from the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, here in the FMBO Husky Halftime Show, Huskies and Western Michigan. One thing about being in this community, Blake, what's it mean to be here in DeKalb, to be part of NIU, to be part of this community in DeKalb, and represent part of the Constantino Law Firm?
I don't know that I could come up with one single thing. I enjoy it. I enjoy the energy. I think that the Huskies, in and of themselves, really do provide a terrific asset to the community. That Notre Dame game was just. Can you think of anything that was more uplifting than watching that team go to Notre Dame, take on the number 5 at the time, and win? Okay. That, you know what, that in and of itself is a terrific feeling. And when the Huskies are playing, when they're playing well, but even when they're not playing so well, they do add a lot of energy. And I think we're all proud to be part of this community.
And when a client is looking for legal services, what you guys do in legal service? What do you guys represent? And is there one thing that stands out, or if you have any legal concerns, they should just give a call?
I thank you for that question. It's a good question. We are a fully staffed, full-service law firm. We've got several locations. We've got a Chicago location. We have our Batavia office, and we've got an office here in DeKalb. We pretty much cover the waterfront on the things that we do. But again, I want to stress the one thing I think that separates us from probably most of the other law firms is that we actually answer the phone. When you call, if we're here, we're going to answer the phone. If we're not here, we're going to get back to you right away.
And the easiest way to get a hold of you guys is the email, right? ConstantinoLaw.net, correct?
That's the easiest way. Or if you want to call during business hours, 815-758-4441.
Listen, you guys have been a great sponsor of NIU football for a couple of years now. Hey, you get as many mentions as anybody. You're in all the I mean, it's great. So if you don't know Constantino Law Firm by now, you're just missing out here, Blake.
Yeah, I know it. That's people come to us all the time and they say, "Yeah, we've heard your name over." So, but we're lucky. We're real lucky to be in that position, and we're lucky and fortunate that we've got such a great reputation with NIU.
Again, that's Blake Constantino from the Constantino Law Firm LLC. Get a hold of him. Email easiest. ConstantinoLaw.net. Appreciate the sponsorship. I know you're a huge supporter of NIU football. Let's go again. Thanks. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, Andy.
That was Blake Constantino from the Constantino Law Firm LLC. At the half, NIU leads Western Michigan 21-14. We'll come back. Mark Lindo will go through some of the numbers of the first 30 minutes. Huskies lead by 7 at the half. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th-string quarterback, and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, "DeVito, you're in." The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa debit card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa debit card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
Welcome back inside the Husky Halftime Show, presented by FMBO here at Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Huskies lead 21-14. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Marcus, what are some of the numbers that kind of stand out in those first 30 minutes?
All right, we'll try to highlight the team stuff first. First downs, NIU 12-11, an edge by 1. Total offensive plays, 33 plays for NIU for 251 yards. That's a pretty good, efficient half of football. 35 plays, 225 yards for Western Michigan. Third down conversion, we always look at that one. NIU 4 out of 6 stay on the field. Western Michigan just 1 out of 6 against that Husky defense. So for the most part, NIU has controlled this football game from a statistical standpoint. We won't go too much into individuals, but I got to tell you, Ethan Hampton, 11 out of 14. One was a clock. He clocked it incomplete on purpose. 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and no sacks. Ethan Hampton, a heck of a half.
Yeah. This has been the FMBO Husky Halftime Show. FMBO is proud to be an official bank of NIU Athletics, member FDIC. Second half coming up from Kalamazoo. Huskies up by 7, 21-14 here at the half. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
You've been listening to the FMBO Halftime Show on the Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner. Don't go anywhere. The second half is coming up next.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Costantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at CostantinoLaw.net.
Country Financial makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois. Listen, the football landscape has changed a lot. NIL deals, social media, the transfer portal. There's never been more distractions for an athlete. But Powerade knows what's most important, the commitment to the game. With 50% more electrolytes than Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Powerade hydrates athletes as they block out the noise and put in the work. Hydrate your grind with Powerade. Grab a pack today at a store near you. See product label for additional details. It takes more.
Husky fans, get ready because Victory Threads is your new source for all the latest official Husky gear. From t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, polos, and much more. Including items with the Fighting Husky or the Husky script logos. The new Victory Threads is open in the NIU Recreation Center, in the NIU Convocation Center during home events, and at NIU football home games. Support the Huskies in style all season long with great looks from Victory Threads. And remember, go Huskies!
Touchdown! This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Van Wagner under the broadcasting rights granted by Northern Illinois University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of Van Wagner and NIU Athletics. Announcers are provided by Van Wagner and approved by the university. NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
Just about to start the third quarter here in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium. Huskies lead 21-14. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna down on the sidelines. Anthony Angulo back in our network studios. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NIU Football on the Costantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
WDKB DeKalb. A Midwest family station.
Before we start this third quarter, I want to give you a heads up. NIU women's basketball, got to win on Monday in the MAC Sunbelt Challenge. They're 1-0 going into tonight as they defeated Louisiana 57-55. Mark, they're in Iowa City taking on Iowa at 72-52 Iowa, end of the third quarter. An interesting night, a special night is the Hawkeyes are retiring Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, you think Caitlin Clark jersey retiree? You think there's some juice in that arena tonight? There's some juice down on the field at Waldo Stadium because NIU, with as creative offense as we've seen, they ran the ball, they passed the ball, they did misdirection, they got the ball on the perimeter, they did a little bit of everything, and 252 yards of total offense in just one half. 21 points on the board. Probably going to take 33 to win this game.
Austin Billick will kick it right to left. Ball set on the far right hash as he kicks it away. It'll be Parker and Nixon set the return. It'll be Nixon at the goal line to the 5, middle of the field, 10, 15. Still on his feet, breaks a couple tackles. 30, 35, 40 on the far sideline. 50, he's going to be pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets into Husky territory. And there's that man again, Jaden Nixon, making things happen, this time on special teams. So the Broncos will have fantastic field position on their first drive of this third quarter as the Broncos are down by 7.
Yeah, and that's, I think, I talk about it just about every week. He caught that ball at the 1 yard line, but why not? Why not take a chance for an explosive? You might get behind the 25 yard line at times, but you might hit one for a long one like that. He takes that one, about 63 yards to open the second half.
He was finally pushed out of bounds at the Husky 38, right in front of us. Broncos going left to right. Wolf, the quarterback for the Broncos, puts Buckley to his right in the gun on this 1st and 10. Wolf, hand off Buckley, right up the gut, past the 35, down to the 31, right between the hash marks for Jalen Buckley. Gain of 7. I'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Broncos. Just starting out this third quarter.
Buckley 11 carries 67 yards 62 yards as we speak. He's a good one because he can make you miss. He can run downhill. And it's so your special teams makes a big play, and that gives a little bit of giddy up into your offense if you're the Western Michigan Broncos.
Down to the Huskies 31. Ball set right between the hashes on this 2nd and 3. Looks like the Huskies going to blitz. They will. Wolf, play action. Under pressure, throws. Middle of the field, and it's caught right at the left hash by Anthony Sambucci. He's pushed back and tackled, but they're going to mark him down at the 14 of NIU. A gain of 17 and move the chains for Western Michigan as they're inside the 15-yard line of NIU.
Deep crossing pattern. Sambucci came from the slot, came all the way across the field and hit him right in stride. Banner gave him a big hit, but Sambucci able to hang on for an explosive 17-yarder.
Wolf in the gun on 1st and 10. Play action. Steps, looking to throw to the far sideline, and it's incomplete. It was one-on-one coverage, but now the flag comes out. They were trying to get it to Kenneth Womack in a little back shoulder fade. Jaden Dolphin was in coverage on the far side. It's going to be a pass interference. Flag comes out.
Yeah, that's a proper call because you have to make a play on the football. And NIU just back.
Pass interference. Defense number 26. That foul occurred in the end zone. The ball be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
So Western Michigan gets the long kickoff return from Jaden Nixon. And they're now down to the 2 of NIU. 13:30 to go, third quarter. First possession of the second half, 21-14 NIU. But again, the Broncos right at the doorstep. All set at the far left hash as the Broncos are trying to score to our right. The officials hold up play as the Broncos substituted for NIU gets a chance to sub. Buckley's the running back. He gets the handoff, and they just try to push him forward, and NIU just stands him up. And no, the power continues to go, but they're going to stop it here? Yeah, they're going to stop it. He got to the 1. He was stood up right away when he got the handoff, but they were just, it was like a rugby in there, Mark, but they're going to mark him down at the 1. So it's 2nd and goal at the 1 for the Broncos. 13-12 and counting in the third quarter. Huskies up 21-14.
Yeah, you got to play to the echo of the whistle. You thought you stood him up. The official never blew the whistle. He was stopped at the 2-yard line. He just kept piling, bulldozing to the 1. And I don't know if we'll see it again, but this is where the Husky defense has been at its best in these situations. 2nd goal and 1.
Ball set at the far left. Handoff, play action. And it's going to be a run, and that's a quarterback, Brock Lowry, who comes in. Brock Lowry on the little RPO. They change the quarterback. He rolls and runs it in to the end zone to the near side from the 1-yard line. And the Broncos, who are PAT away from tying it up at 21.
They bring in a quarterback to run pass option. He was indeed looking to throw first. Nothing there. Lowry tucked it back in. Rolled to his right. Got a nice block on the outside. Followed it home to pay dirt.
That didn't take long. A 2-minute, 14-second drive as Lowry runs it in from 1 yard. PAT up, and that is good. Western Michigan comes right out of the gate in this second half, and they get the touchdown. NIU will have their first possession when we come back. 12:46 to go. Third quarter here from Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Huskies, Broncos, tied at 21. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Northwestern medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you. Because a career with Northwestern medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
Toyota has more all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles than any other brand. Find your perfect ride and you'll shine bright day or night. Let Toyota, let's go places. Andy Garcia back here with Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Anthony Angiulo back in our network studios. 12:46 to go in the third quarter. We're tied 21-21 in Mark Lindo. Broncos come out and strike real fast.
NIU had that late scoring drive at the end of the first half. Thought, okay, you got to score, you got to stop on the first drive, but not so easy. How about Western Michigan coming right back? The long kickoff return got them to a 38-yard field where they went 4 plays, 38 yards. Had the football 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Backup quarterback Brock Lowry on an RPO run pass option jogged in basically from 1 yard up, 21-21. We got a good one going here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Two teams known for playing close games, and here we go again with another tight one.
Yeah, I mentioned coming in. 5 of the last 8 meetings have been decided by 1 possession or less, as NIU will have their first possession of the second half come out of this timeout.
Western Michigan unbeaten in Mid-America Conference play, 4-0.
We could argue this is their toughest matchup to date. You don't want to give away to what, Ball State or Akron or Buffalo, Kent State. I mean, those are a couple teams that beat NIU, but NIU came in after having 10 days off, and we've seen a lot of changes. Not a lot, I shouldn't say a lot, but we've seen a lot of misdirection from NIU, and it's confused Western Michigan at times.
Been very, very creative with their offensive play calling today. Western Michigan is at Bowling Green in their next ball game, then at Central Michigan before finishing home against Eastern Michigan. So, a very negotiable and manageable schedule. Toughest one there would be at PG.
Domsky kicks it left to right. High end over end kick. Thompson's going to catch it at the 9. Up to the 10, 15. Middle of the field now to the left. 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet. 45, 50. He's got blockers. He's going to take it to the house. Cam Thompson will take it 91 yards. And NIU takes the lead back. Another special teams play for NIU, this time from Cam Thompson.
That is why I love kickoff returns, because you never can tell. You saw it about the 25-yard line that there was going to be a seam right there. A great block by Lampy, and then leading the Calvary Gasaway, and a good non-penalty right there, a good non-penalty at the end. And sometimes you don't want to make a play. And Cam Thompson, explosion for NIU.
91 yards.
House call.
The kickoff return for Cam Thompson. Cannon Whittle in for the PAT. To our left. Snap, hold. Kick is up. Kick is good. Western Michigan comes out fast. NIU comes out faster. On one play, 91 yards. Kickoff return for Cam Thompson, the redshirt sophomore from Boardman, Ohio. How sweet it is as the Huskies take the lead back 28-21.
Awesome explosion.
Let's see if that defense can, again, take some momentum away from that special teams play. You put the pressure right back on Western Michigan.
How about this? Check this out, my goodness. NIU scored, well, here it is. Western Michigan scored with 1:54 to go in the first half. NIU scored with 9 seconds to go in the first half. Yep. Western Michigan scored 2 minutes into the second half, and NIU scores only 12 seconds later. They're 13 seconds later. How about that? That's 4 touchdowns within about 3 minutes of clock time.
The NIU coaches are to our left here in the press box, and they were going crazy. As Austin Bullock will now kick it right to left. Again, back deep. Parker and Nixon. See if Bullock can get this one deep. And they're going to swift kick it. They don't want to even mess with it. Up man at the 20, 25, up to the 30-yard line. It looks like that was Zahir Abdus-Salam. And NIU didn't want any part that time of Jaden Nixon. So the Broncos will start at their own 30, going left to right. 12:28 to go in the third quarter. Huskies lead 28-21, and we've had a lot of action so far in 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yes, we have. How much fun was that call?
Welcome to action.
Yeah, and you could see it at about the 25-yard line that seam was opening up. And Cam Thompson, oh my goodness, did he show his speed.
Wolf back in as the quarterback for Western Michigan. They go 1st and 10. Handoff Buckley. Goes to his left, stood up. Gain of 1. The defensive line for NIU just shifting to the right to make that tackle. Nate Valcarcel, Cade Haberman, Jacob Finley in to make the play. So it's 2nd and 9 now for the Broncos at their own 31. This drive happening to our left.
Javon Bird and Jacob Finley had most of the night at the two corners positions. Omarion Knight not with NIU here tonight.
Play action. Wolf looking to throw. Does. Slings. Intercepted by NIU. Middle of the field. 35 on the near sideline. And it's Jaden Dolphin with the interception for NIU.
Jaden Dolphin playing center field in the deep drop right there. That young man came in 170 pounds. He plays at 220 right now. And we mentioned it earlier, Hayden Wolf, only 3 interceptions all year long. There's number 4 as Dolphin stepped right in front of Sambucci and returns it all the way to the 35-yard line. Huskies in business to try to make it a 2-score game.
Huskies start this drive to our left. NIU leading by 7, looking for more. 11:43 to play in the third. Huskies 1st and 10 at the Bronco 35. Hampton in the pistol, has Johnson behind him. 2 receivers to the far side for NIU. Hampton waits for the snap. 1st and 10. Handoff to Johnson. We got a flag to start out. It's a false start on NIU, and it'll push them back 5 yards.
Before the ball was snapped, full start, offense, number 0, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
I'll give Cam Thompson a break because he had the flag. He just took it to the house 91 yards. So I'll give him those 5 yards, but Huskies will be 1st and 15 back now at the Broncos 40.
A little bit too much anxiousness right there for NIU. Malcor in the left tackle, see the offense.
Please set the game clock to 11 minutes, 43 seconds. 11:43 in the game clock, please.
They rotated Pass. They brought in Pass a couple different series. They brought in Schooley a couple different series, playing 7 offensive linemen.
On 1st and 15. Hampton, play action. Rolls to his right, throws on the run. Caught! Far side at the 31. And a nice catch from Trayvon Rudolph. I mentioned he came into this game with 12 receptions in the last 2 games. He's had a nice game so far tonight. Trayvon Rudolph, that's his 3rd catch. And it's 2nd down and short for NIU. Down to the Bronco 28. Check that. That's his 6th reception.
And he's been targeted 6 times and has 6 catches. So, oh my goodness, what a night. And on the run that time. A spinner by Ethan Hampton, who's having a magnificent performance.
11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Huskies up by 7, looking for more. 2nd and 3 for the Huskies. Handoff Johnson to the right. Breaks a tackle. On his feet to the 25. Has enough for the 1st down. He's taken down on the far sideline in front of the Bronco bench, but moved the chains for NIU. Telly Johnson Jr., the freshman for NIU, just making the most of his playing time right now. 1st and 10 for the Huskies. Clock is running. 10.5 to play third quarter. Huskies up 28-21, looking for more.
Ball continues to move when Telly Johnson gets touches. The freshman out of Augusta, Georgia.
1st and 10. Ball set to the far right hash. Huskies driving to our left. Hampton in the pistol. Again, has Johnson behind him. He's going to hand it off to Johnson up the middle. Good run again, right between the hash marks, inside the 20, down to the 18. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 now for NIU. Inside the red zone of Western Michigan.
Boy, he does not go down on first hit. He can just drag people with you. And if he's going to take a hit, oh no, I'm going to give the hit as he forces contact right there and takes a linebacker down with him.
At the 18 of Western Michigan, NIU will reset the formation. 3 tight ends move to the right of the formation now on this 2nd and 3. Hampton, handoff, Johnson right up the gut. Oh, just tripped up. He was looking for the end zone. Got inside the 15, tripped up at the 10. It'll be first and goal for NIU. And it's a 11-yard run for Telly Johnson. Oh, he just got tripped up. He was looking for 6.
Boy, every time he touches the ball right now as he hits the hole, it's downhill, and then it's shake, and then it's bake as he throws his hips. Great balance, great vision, and great lateral movement for Telly Johnson. He's got the whole package. He's going to be one to watch.
First and goal at the 8 of the Broncos to our left. Ozo in motion to the right of the formation. Hampton in the pistol. Has Johnson behind him. First and goal. Handoff Johnson. Straight up the gut. Oh, down to the 2. Good, strong run again. But, yeah, down to the 2. Clock continues to run. 8:46. They have stopped the clock. I think a helmet came off. They're just going to continue on. 8:42. 8:41 here in the third quarter. NIU down. Second and goal at the Broncos 3. Telly Johnson out.
Yeah, that's just interesting in this situation, unless he's just a bit gassed right now. Gavin Williams going to have a shot.
On second and goal at the 3. Hampton in the pistol. Hampton gives it to Williams. He's inside. He gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Gavin Williams. He's got one in the air. He now has one on the ground. Touchdown, NIU. 3 yards out, and NIU leads 34-21 with the PAT to come.
Hey, how about parlaying that interception by Jaden Dolphin into points? NIU, a juiced football team as they broke serve. What I mean by that is Western Michigan got first ball, scored. NIU's answered back-to-back scores, and once again, we got a shootout going on.
It's action, baby.
Hey, oh my goodness.
Action on a Wednesday night. PAT up. It is good. It's an offensive explosion for NIU. We'll take the timeout. 8:19 to go in the third. Gavin Williams from 3 yards out makes it a 35-21 lead for NIU over Western Michigan. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check that your guests like spicy first before serving atomic hot wings.
Who's hungry?
Oh my gosh. What are these?
You don't like them?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Water.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
It's NIU 35, Western Michigan 21. 8:19 to go, third quarter, Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Back on the sidelines, Terry Bonadonna. We'll go to Terry in a second. Anthony Angiulo is our network series. The last kickoff for a return, Trayvon Rudolph, 100 yards versus Bowling Green on October 16th, 2021. As we go down to Terry Bonadonna, how about the offense explosion for NIU?
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun down here. Certainly the atmosphere on the NIU sideline is pretty electric right now. And I've got to say, the crowd here at Western Michigan has been impressive as well. I would rank the Western fans as of right now number one. This is the fifth road game of the year. Number one in terms of taunting. The front row has been all over these NIU players. That, I don't know, maybe lighting a spark under them a little bit. After that last interception, Trayvon Rudolph immediately jumped up. As he was grabbing his helmet, he was pointing at some fans that he's been jawing with all game. It's been very good-natured, but he backed it up with his play, got a big catch early on that drive, and really it's all smiles right now on NIU's sideline.
Terry, listen, they can mouth and jaw with the players, but if they talk about a two-time marathon runner in Terry Bonadonna, you're allowed to go up, man.
I appreciate that because I've gotten a few jabs coming my way as well. I've been trying to ignore it, but I'm glad I have your permission, Andy.
And Terry, you have to have poise down there. You have to have poise.
We can't have any flags or anything like that, Terry Bonadonna.
I'll try to be discreet.
All right.
How about NIU? 2 turnovers gained. Banner with an interception, Dalton with an interception. Both those parlayed into points. NIU leads tonight's turnover battle 2-1.
A lot of time left, though.
A lot of time left.
8:19 to go, third quarter. Huskies will kick it off right to left. Up by 14, 35-21. I do remember that kickoff for a touchdown from Trayvon Rudolph. Again, 100 yards versus BG on October 16, 2021.
Austin Bullock is going to line drive kick this one. He wants this ball to land somewhere around the 20.
Huskies trying to keep it away from Jaden Nixon, who's to our left at the goal line. He's had a couple good run backs. Bullock, swip kick again. This one bounces at the 25. Will go all the way back to Nixon at the 10. Brings it up 15, 20. Good coverage this time, though, for NIU. He won't get to the 25. He's taken down at, I believe, the 23-yard line. So a good play from Austin Bullock that time and good coverage on the kickoff for NIU. 8:12 to go, third quarter. Huskies up 35-21 as the Broncos get it back.
Bullock, he's been the kickoff man all year long. He's an heir apparent, more than likely to be the place kicker next year. Saw him down the field with Chris Nennick, former NIU kicker, who is a kicking coach for quite a few punters and kickers throughout the Midwest.
We also appreciate him giving us a ride to the Camellia Bowl.
He flew us.
Handoff Nixon, not much there. Taken down in the backfield, a loss. Cade Haberman, have yourself a game. Second and long for Western Michigan.
And they get him behind the sticks. Haberman from the 3 technique. That means he's playing between guard and tackle. Usually your job on the inside is to just bust up the blocking scheme and let the linebacker scrape and make plays. But when you get a defensive tackle that can make plays on his own, that's a good omen for the defense.
Loss at 2, second and 12 for Western Michigan at their own 21. Wolf has time, throws, near side, caught on the near side up to about the 26-yard line. He spun out of bounds by Jacob Finley. The catch made by Malik Dodon. It'll bring up third and long for Western Michigan. 7:19 and counting here in the third. Huskies up 35-21.
Boy, you get a 3-and-out right here. Now you're really cooking momentum-wise. They see if they have their rush package in. Ivan Davis is in. Nevaeh Sanders is in. They're going to try to hold, contain, at the same time try to make a play, get a sack, and force a hurried throw all at once against Hayden Wolf.
Abdul Salam is the running back in the gun with Wolf on 3rd and 6 from the Broncos' own 27. 4 receiver set, 2 on each side. Wolf waits for the third down snap, gets it. Under pressure, throws a deep near side, and there's a flag out. It was incomplete, but there's going to be pass interference on NIU. They were trying to throw it deep to Malik Dudon.
Pass interference, defense number 15, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, I tell you what the question I would have on this, it's not mine to criticize, second guess, whatever, was that a catchable ball?
Well, we have a replay here in the booth.
That was 10 yards over his head.
Oh, my goodness. He didn't even have a chance to make that. And it was just hand-to-hand combat right there. Yeah. Santana Banner was called for it, so give Western Michigan 15 yards. They'll bring them up to their own 42, going left to right. 6:44 to play, third quarter. Huskies up 35-21. Broncos down by 14 with the ball, going left to right. Ball set at the near right hash. Play action. Wolf again looking to throw. Under pressure, throws. Near side, caught. Down to the 44 of NIU, and a nice catch on the near side to Jordan Parker. So Huskies let the Broncos get in the territory past the 50.
They go first down, play action pass. Huskies were rushing 5 that time. A little bit of a throwback and good arm strength right there shown by Hayden Wolf on that first down completion.
At the Huskies 45. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. To our right. Wolf, handoff, Buckley, or check that, Nixon. And we got a flag. This is going to be a hold. This is going to come back as Nixon gained 3 to the left, but the flag came out. I go back. That was not for Western Michigan. That catch was made by Kenneth Womack.
Holding. Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
That gets you behind the sticks, 1st and 20. Huskies catch a break because of the lack of execution right there by Western Michigan.
So that's going to take it all the way back to the Bronco 45-yard line. Ball set at the near right hash as the Broncos go left to right. 5:57 and counting here in the third. Huskies up by 14, 35-21 on the road. Hayden Wolf, the fifth-year senior from Venice, Florida, in the gun. Has Buckley to his right. Looking to throw. Has time. Now pocket collapses. He rolls to his left, and it's a catch. Nice throw on the run. Down to the 21-yard line. Fantastic catch from Jordan Parker. As Wolf just kind of evaded the pressure, rolled to his left, threw to the far side. Parker was there. Big gainer for Western Michigan. Down to the 20 of NIU. Gain of 25. Broncos keep the drive going now at the 20 of NIU.
I tell you what, Wolf extended his play with his feet, and it was Parker Santana Banner was with him the entire time. A one-on-one coverage, just a little bit of cushion given right there, and really nice play. Maybe one of the best tonight by Wolf.
1st and 10 for the Broncos to our right. Ball set at the far left hash. Play action. Wolf again rolls to his right. Throws, and it's caught! A diving catch, and they're going to mark him down at the 1, and it's Anthony Sambucci. Again, Wolf rolled to his right, threw on the run. Sambucci made a diving catch, but there are flags on the far side.
Sambucci laying out for that football on a first down and 20 from the 20-yard line pass.
It's coming back.
Ineligible receiver, downfield, offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So that negates a big gainer.
So what they've done, they found the Huskies safeties, though, back-to-back plays. They've picked on Banner the play before, and that was Valcarcel. But Valcarcel right there basically bailed out, if you will, by the penalty. They get behind the sticks for the second time on this drive.
4:40 and counting in the third. Huskies up by 14, 35-21. Broncos down to the Husky 25, though, to our right. Ball set on the far left hash. Wolf in the pistol on 1st and 15. Wolf hands off to Buckley. He runs to his right, tries to string it out, now cuts back inside, just past the hash mark here, and gets inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. So it's a gain of 7 on 1st and 15. 2nd and 8 for the Broncos at the Husky 18. 4:10 and counting in the third. Huskies up 14.
Huskies have changed their defense up just a bit, playing a single safety, 2 corners off soft, and then 3 backers back in a defensive alignment about 5 to 7 yards back.
Wolf in the gun. Again, has Buckley to his left. That is Parker in motion to the far side. Wolf, 3 steps. Has time, throws, middle of the field, and it's intercepted by NIU again! And it's picked off near sideline to the 30-yard line. Another turnover for NIU. It's an interception for the Huskies. And it's Nate Valcarcel.
The Huskies playing center field right there. 1 down on the field for Western Michigan. We try to sort this out. Plenty of time, but jumping that route for NIU.
Valcarcel. And he gets up to the 30. There's an injured Bronco on the field. So how about NIU getting another turnover?
Three tonight takeaways, plus 2 on the evening. And that one at the goal line after it would have been 1st and 1. And 1st and goal from the 1 for Western Michigan earlier on, and they had the penalty.
We'll take the timeout. We'll try to give you, it is the receiver, Malik Dodon, who is down. Timeout has been called. We will take it. The Huskies get their 3rd turnover of the night. Huskies take it back over. 3:36 to go in the third. NIU 35, the Broncos 21. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at ConstantinoLaw.net.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
Northwestern Medicine is proud to be part of your community, offering world-class care at 12 hospitals and more than 200 locations across Chicago and northern Illinois. How about the defense stepping up? 3:36 here in the third quarter. Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. And Anthony Angiulo back in the network studios. Huskies up by 14. I said 3:36 to go in the third after an interception from Nate Valcarcel right at the goal line, brings it back up to the 30-yard line, and again, just big plays this time from the NIU defense.
Isn't it amazing what turnovers do in a football game? I mean,
where?
Oh, exactly. And to go back, remember that they made a diving catch by Sambucci to the 1 yard line. It would have been first and goal from the one. They got called back on a holding penalty, put him back behind the sticks, and then Valcarcel just playing center field. He jumped that route at the goal line. Huskies 3 takeaways. The first 2 takeaways led to touchdowns. Can they pull the trifecta right here?
If you can get this one up to 3 possessions, Mark Lindo, on the road. We're talking about a team in Western Michigan, 4-0 in MAC play. That's the first time that's happened for them since the 2018 season. But NIU has come back, and they have the 14-point lead and get a turnover. See if NIU can capitalize again.
Only other game going on tonight in Maction. Just a few minutes ago, check the score, was Ohio 20, Kent 0.
You can add more to that. 3:16 to play in the third. Ohio 34, Kent State nothing.
So they're blowing them away right now.
We'll try to give you the final of that NIU women's basketball score, too, when I get the chance. I'll look it up quickly if I can. Mike Cossey was on the call on the stream tonight as NIU women went on the road. Let's see what Huskies do on this drive. At their own 29, going right to left. Ball set at the near left hash. Lampion motion to the near side. Hampton, handoff Williams, right up the gut. Has some space, 30, 40, 45, to the near sideline, 50. He's pushed out of bounds around the 46 of Western Michigan. The run game on fire for NIU as Gavin Williams has a nice gain around first down.
Huskies right now with a lot of giddy up in their step against the bucking Broncos. NIU right now taking them right at them. An explosive play by Gavin Williams. Telly Johnson comes in. He says, it's my turn. Nice 1-2 duo right now for NIU as they pick up, 22, 23 yards on that play.
I'm going to call it 25.
25, okay.
To the Bronco 46. 3 minutes and counting in the third. Huskies up by 14, looking for more. Rudolph in motion. Handoff, Telly Johnson. Juke move inside to the 40. Still on his feet. Trying to break tackles down to the 37-yard line. Telly Johnson Jr. will not be to be taken down by the first or second tackler tonight.
I tell you what, I mentioned the first half. Just joining us. Wesley Bashauner said he is a great trash runner. And what trash runner means is he can just make something out of nothing. As these two backs, Gavin Williams checks back in now. Compliment one another. If you're just joining us, and Terrio Brown had a 46, 49-yard run in the first half, got hurt on that play and has not been in since. But the two backs coming in have done a tremendous job running the football.
Huskies spread it out on 2nd and 1 at the Broncos 37. Hampton, handoff. Williams up the middle, gets down to the 32-yard line. That will be enough for another first down for NIU. The 1-2 punch of Gavin Williams and Telly Johnson Jr. right now move the chains for the Huskies with under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. NIU 35, Western Michigan 21 here in Kalamazoo.
Big fella, Zernitz at center, Lippy, champ of the two guards, Malcor, Buss at the tackles. They're getting the job done. A little bit of help from Schooley on the inside and Posh in the reserve role.
At the 32 to our left, Hampton in the pistol, 1st and 10 for NIU. Johnson behind him. Hampton, handoff Johnson. Goes inside, spins inside the 30 at the near left hash, taken down at the 26. So again, a nice gain on first down. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4 for NIU. Under 1:20 to play here in the third and counting. Huskies up 35-21.
Using clock, using running game, playing smash mouth football. offensive line dominating right now on this drive. Hampton has not yet been sacked today, hasn't turned the ball over. Complete offensive performance thus far.
And the Huskies with two tight ends with Lampy left of the formation. Hampton, handoff, Telly Johnson Jr. breaks some tackles, 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone to the right side. Telly Johnson Jr. from 26 yards out. His second rushing touchdown of the game, and NIU opens it up. 41-21 with a PAT to come with 47 seconds to go here in the third.
Telly Johnson, a dog. Oh, my goodness. Oh. He made not one, not two, but three people miss as he got the handoff about the 30. He broke one tackle with stiff arm, two tackles with stiff arm, and the third guy, not a chance for Bilal Cone to bring him down. An explosive play right now. NIU living on the ground.
Anthony Angulo has a lot of highlights to cut up for the postgame. The PAT up and good from Cannon Whittle. Some of the fans leaving Waldo Stadium will take the time out. Crazy. Let's keep it here. My pardon. 47 seconds to go in the third. NIU doubling up Western Michigan. 42-21. And how about that scoring drive for NIU?
Yeah, it's a good one. They've now scored on 6 straight possessions. That one, 5 plays, 71 yards, 249, 5, 71, 249. Telly Johnson finishes it, and I'm going to repeat it. 6 consecutive scores NIU has from the 1 minute mark of the first quarter after Telly Johnson went in after Banner's INT, and the Huskies 3 touchdowns off turnovers, 21 points.
Mark Lindo for Telly Johnson Jr., the freshman from Georgia, 14 carries, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. And more to come.
He's so fun to watch. Oh my goodness, is he fun to watch.
Again, the swip kick right to left, Bullock. It's picked up by, again, one of the up men for Western Michigan. To the 35, down to the 39. For Western. Again, it is Zaire Abdus-Salam who gets that swip kick kickoff. So Western Michigan will start this possession with 40 seconds to go in the third quarter, and NIU up 42-21.
Hey, I told you at the open, one of my keys was NIU had to rush it for over 200. They have 214 yards rushing already. We have 15 minutes and 40 seconds still to play.
First and 10 for the Broncos at their own 40, going left to right. Ball set just inside the far left hash. 3 receivers set. Wolf in the gun. Looking to throw. Throws middle of the field. That is caught. That's the first catch for the tight end, Bosma. Up to the 45. Give me the 46. Gain of 6. Be second and 4. You know Western Michigan, they're going to sling it all around now.
Yeah, and Bosma, he's like their go-to guy, a former walk-on. It's the third really good tight end we've seen. Remember, we got the guy from Bowling Green, the guy at BSU, and now we have another tight end, Bosma, who they just have not targeted, the 6'3", 220-pound senior very much tonight.
Handoff on second and 4. It's Nixon, gets up to the 47, and he's just taken down. Santana Banner in there. Also, Skylar Gil Howard. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Western Michigan as we turn the page to quarter number 4. How about the third quarter for NIU? They outscore Western Michigan 21-7 in the third. And NIU has a 21-point lead going to the fourth here at Waldo Stadium in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Stay with us. The next 15 minutes to come, see if NIU can finish it off. NIU 42, Western Michigan 21. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm, Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Northwestern medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you. Because a career with Northwestern medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Listen, the football landscape has changed a lot. NIL deals, social media, the transfer portal. There's never been more distractions for an athlete. But Powerade knows what's most important, the commitment to the game. With 50% more electrolytes than Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Powerade hydrates athletes as they block out the noise and put in the work. Hydrate your grind with Powerade. Grab a pack today at a store near you. See product label for additional details. It takes more.
NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
Jersey Mike's uses only the highest quality of meat, sliced right in front of you, piled high with the freshest toppings. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. We move to the fourth quarter here, Waldo Stadium. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Anthony Angiulo in the network studios. 15 minutes to play. Huskies up 42-21. We go down to the sidelines. Terry Bonadonna, sounds fun down there right now.
Yeah, no question about it. And I will tell you, we've been talking a lot about Telly Johnson today. He's been one of the stars of this game, and he is really adding a dose of energy to the sideline. You can see how much his teammates are getting excited whenever he does something well. On the other side, defensively for NIU right now, I got a chance to listen in a little bit as they were getting ready for this drive. They're excited right now because they know they've made Western Michigan one-dimensional. And there have been so many close games this year. There have been very few situations like this where you know every play essentially is a passing down. And that's allowing the Huskies to go hunting, which I think they've been doing pretty successfully here in the second half.
Oh, you're exactly right, Terry, because what that does, talk about being one-dimensional, it does two things. It lets your back end play pass first, keep your eyes on the football. You can play a little bit more zone, which keeps your head still. At the front end, it allows your defensive line to go ahead and tee off, and I would anticipate you'll get a sack or two. And just a couple ideas here with Telly Johnson, 14 carries, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Terry Brown had 51 before he went out. Gavin Williams has 36 yards and a touchdown. As the Huskies right now have rushed 28 times for 214 yards. They also have 362 yards total offense on the game and have parlayed 3 turnovers into 21 points. If NIU finishes, or let me put it through this way, through 45 minutes of this football game, probably the best overall performance all year long, albeit not Notre Dame, which was not as high scoring, but obviously the offense took care of the ball.
So we got coming out of the timeout here to start the fourth. Man, how about Telly Johnson? You talked about you said it. He was going to break one tonight, and that one from 26 yards out was just breaking tackles, showing speed, showing agility.
Boy, his stiff arm at about the 10-yard line. It was Katie bar the door. Church was out when he touched that ball, and he just has shown he's going to be a special player.
I know Husky fans don't want to hear this. I have to say it, right? I'm the voice. Where's the offense been like this?
We'll take it the last 3.5 games. How's that? We'll take it the last 3.5 games. Huskies finish this one and then worry about a home game against Akron next week.
So it's 3rd and 2 for the Broncos. Handoff up the middle. They've got it in the Husky territory right between the hash marks. On the run for Jalen Buckley.
Western Michigan first down.
We start this fourth quarter. Huskies up 42-21. Broncos going right to left. Ball set between the 2 hash marks. They reset the chains. Wolf in the gun. So far, Wolf 9 of 16, 136 yards, 2 picks. Wolf waits for the snap. He'll step back and throw. Has time. Looks around. Is going to dump it off to the far side. Buckley. Buckley breaks one tackle, and then Javon Bird and Jaden Dolphin push him out of bounds on the far sideline at the 37 of NIU. Move the chains for Western Michigan. 14-10 and counting in play in the fourth.
Good job by Hayden Wolf that time. Husky back end did a really nice job. Good coverage. Then he just dumped it off to his outlet man, Buckley. Santana Banner had a shot at him, able to make him miss and then get a couple yards after contact.
Abdul Salam is the running back now in the pistol. He'll get the handoff, runs to his right, breaks a couple tackles, 30, 25, 20, down the far sideline, inside the 20. They're going to mark him out, I believe, at the 18. So in comes Zahir Abdul Salam, the senior from Newark, New Jersey. And now the Broncos in the red zone. It's a gain of 19 for Abdul Salam.
A couple gas plays back-to-back after it seemed like the Huskies had them stopped. They'll Carson with a center, Banner, a safety, Banner as well. They've gone just about the whole way. Nick Benedetta has not subbed as much at the back end.
1st and 10. Again, they're going to throw it to the far side. Wide open is Nixon to the 10. He just came out of the backfield, just rolled to that right. Nixon was wide open. Gain of 8. Give him 9. They're going to say he's just inside the 11-yard line. So it's 2nd and short for Western Michigan. Clock continues to go. 13:05, 13:04 left to go. 4th quarter. Huskies up 42-21.
Everything right now with a 3-touchdown lead would be 4 down opportunities for Western Michigan, so they can make their play calling knowing they have 3 more snaps from here at least.
Womack and Parker, the receivers, to the far side. Sambucci to the near, and it's a handoff. Nixon, not much. Huskies follow him up. He gets to the 10. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Again, Husky D-line just right in there. And good to call Mark Hensley, redshirt freshman from Labadee, Missouri.
Yeah, they're really high on him on the inside. He's going to be the next guy on the defensive line that they think is going to be a standout.
Clock is running. Western Michigan not taking up tempo. They're letting it run here on this 3rd and 2 now at the Husky 10 to our left.
2 backs in the football game for Western Michigan.
Wolf under center. Bunch formation for the Broncos. Play action. Wolf rolls to his right, looking to throw into the end zone, incomplete. Double covered was the receiver, Sambucci. Huskies were not faked on that play action. So now it's 4th and 2 for the Broncos at the Husky 10. Under 12 to play here in the 4th.
Yeah, and I just got done saying it's 4 down territory every play, and I said they'd have their choice, but I thought they'd at least go back-to-back runs to try to move the sticks. Now they give NIU a decent chance to play low pad level and stay gap responsibility and get a stop.
Huskies have gotten some turnovers down here. Let's see if we can get a turnover on downs.
Absolutely.
Again, Western Michigan taking their time, and now they're going to have to call the timeout. That's a costly timeout.
That's a big
First
timeout.
charge timeout, Western Michigan.
And they're going to take the media timeout. So Western Michigan wants to talk about a huge 4th down play. 4th and 2 for the Broncos at the Husky 9, or make it the 10, timeout. 11:59 to go in the 4th. Huskies 42, Western Michigan 21. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th-string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
Gear up, game on, and give it up for your Huskies every time you pay with your free NIU Visa debit card, only with free checking from FNBO, a proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Huskies, member FDIC. Also, Toyota has more all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles than any other brand. Find your perfect ride and you'll shine bright day or night. Toyota, let's go places. 11:59 to go here in the 4th. Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Anthony Angulo in our network studios. Huskies up 42-21. Broncos will have 4th and goal at the Husky 10 to our left.
Huskies with 42 points up on the big board. The most they've had this year was the opening night against Western Illinois, where they put up 54 points in that one. They put up against UMass. Remember that run-a-thon in the second half, 34. They have 42 on the board today. Remember, NIU trying to win this one would be win number 5. Going home against Akron next week, win number 6. And that number 6 is kind of a magic number in college football right now because that would indeed make you bowl eligible.
If you were listening to women's basketball on the stream with Mike Hasse, Iowa got the win 91-73 as Huskies went to Iowa. Their next game is Sunday at home, taking on University of St. Thomas. We've got men's basketball tomorrow night. We'll talk more about that moving forward. We've got 11:59 left here in the fourth, and here's a big fourth down play to our left. Husky 10-yard line, 4th and 2 for Western Michigan. Bunch formation, Wolf in the pistol. Play action, looking to throw. No one open. He's still rolling. Now he rolls to his left. He's just pointing around, trying to make something happen. Throw, end zone, caught, touchdown. On the run. And the touchdown in the hands of Marian Herbowski.
That was maybe the best play of the evening by their fine quarterback, Hayden Wolf, because he kept buying time. Looked like NIU might get a sack. Not to be. He was dancing and prancing. And he, like you said, he just kind of directed his receiver on the out pattern. Christian Furman on the coverage, but couldn't keep up that long with Robowski, the redshirt junior out of Detroit.
42-27. PAT coming from Luka Zurak. Up, and it is good. Hayden Wolf makes something happen on 4th down. And from 10 yards out, Wolf finds Herbowski to make it 42-28 with 11:49 to go in the fourth. See if NIU can have a time-consuming drive. That last scoring drive, 9 plays, 60 yards, 3:58. As Wolf found Herbowski from 10 yards out.
Really great play by Wolf. That's his 16th touchdown pass of the season. And that one was as good as it gets, how much time he was able to buy there. Extending that play. They went with an inside fake handoff. Play action on the 4th and 2. Pretty good coverage by NIU all over the field. But just continuing to run a route. And as you ad-lib, Huskies up front expecting or being a possible hands team right now and a possible onside kick.
No doubt. Broncos going to kick it right to left. It is Luka Zurak, the 5th-year senior, transfer from Butler, and they are going to kick it in a swip kick. It's going to be picked up by Partridge at the 17, up to the 20, 25-30, spins, 30, right between the hash marks, gets to the 32-yard line. So Dane Partridge on a nice return out to the 32 of NIU. 11:42 to go here in the fourth. NIU 42, Western Michigan 28.
So check this drive out, Andy. What you want to look at on this drive? 2 things. Ball security, but go back to what you just mentioned, 11:42. 11:42. How long can you keep this football, right?
Yep.
Can you burn 3.5, 4.5 minutes? Even if you didn't score.
Tully Johnson, the running back, 14 carries, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ontario Brown went out injured in the first half. He was on crutches. Hampton, handoff, Johnson. Tries to cut outside, not much there. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him the 33. So it's a gain of 1 for Tully Johnson Jr. Clock continues to run, 11.5 and counting here in the fourth.
And there's an old adage in football, especially on the offensive side, that when the defense knows you're running the ball, can you still run the ball? That means can you execute up front and impose your will? Matt Schooley in for NIU on the offensive line now.
I believe Ethan Hampton's going to have to make a couple more plays here.
You're going to have to throw the ball upstairs once or twice more in this football game.
2nd and 9 for NIU at their own 33, going left to right. Ball set right between the hash marks. Hampton gives to Johnson. Up the gut to the 35. Just tough, hard yards to the 36. Gain of 3 will bring up 3rd and 6 for NIU here. At their own 36, going left to right, 10:45 and counting. Huskies up 42-28.
NIU 4 out of 6 on 3rd down conversions. Gavin Williams comes in as a 3rd down back. Cam Thompson checks in. He's been quiet on the reception front tonight, albeit he wasn't quiet on that electric kickoff return he took to the house.
Let's see if Trayvon Rudolph or Cam Thompson can make a big third down catch.
I think Rudolph has 6 targets, 6 catches.
And now you bring out a couple tight ends, running back to the near side. It's a bubble screen. Gavin Williams caught at the 35. Has blockers to the 40, up to the 44. First down NIU on the near side. Again, a nice little setup play from offensive coordinator Wesley Bashaner. It's a gain of 8. Move the chains for NIU.
Just a little quick smoke pattern. That means they wanted to get Gavin Williams the ball as fast as they could to the outside. And you called it so well because they brought the big fellas out in front for blocking. Well executed play. And NIU's diversity in its offense has been incredibly astounding tonight. All the different things they've done, getting the ball different people in different positions.
Huskies change it up again. Ozo Lampe to the right of the formation. Hampton in the pistol. Handoff Johnson. Goes up the gut to the 50. Still on his feet down to the 48. In the Bronco territory. Gain of 8 to Telly Johnson Jr. England to his left. And another nice first down gain for the freshman.
He is putting up some numbers here this evening. Last game against Ball State, it was a coming out party. Huskies saying, we're going to run the ball right at you. Double tight end with a couple tight ends and fullback coming at you. Slim hole to the outside. Telly Johnson, vision and low pad level, and runs for 8.
Again, the Huskies will have that offset line to the left on 2nd and 2 at the Bronco 48. Under 9 minutes to play. Johnson, again, tries to break tackles, cannot. He might have lost a yard or maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. He tried to cut to the left, and now we got some talking down on the 30-yard line, about 20 yards away from the play, between a Husky receiver and Bryant, one of the Bronco defenders. So this is a 3rd down and 2. 8.5 and counting here in the 4th. Huskies up by 14, 42-28. See if the Huskies can get another 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, and they go once again. They've gone heavy. They got 6 linemen in once again. So they got the big fellas in saying, we're going to try to push and shove and come right at you with a football and a running game.
Again, the Huskies in the pistol. Handoff Johnson. Moves to his right. Gets up to the 45. First down for Telly Johnson. Good blocking again. Breaks tackles right between the hash marks to the 45. Again, move the chains. Under 8 minutes to play in the 4th. Huskies up by 14, and they have a first down.
Remember I told you the magic number, Andy? You called it 11:42. 11:42 is when NIU started this drive, and it's down to 7:40 as they've been able to churn clock, shorten the football game, get it done on the ground where they now have 229 yards of rush attack tonight.
Huskies back in the pistol. On 1st and 10. Lone receiver to the far side. Gavin Williams with the run between the hashes. Gain of 3 to the 42 of Western Michigan. Clock continues to run. 7:10, 7:09 to play in the 4th.
Finished off by number 5 in yard Walker.
So the Huskies have now had the football. Mark it 4 minutes and 42 seconds right there and have a second down here. So they're going to eat up, unless there's some kind of crazy turnover. This is going to be like at least a 6-minute drive unless they continue to get first downs.
Grayson Barnes, the receiver to the far side on 2nd and 7 at the Bronco 42. Huskies up by 14, 8:40 and counting to play. At 6:40 and counting. Handoff again, up the middle. Huskies get it down to the 37-yard. It's Telly Johnson again. Gain of 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for NIU. Ball set at the far left hash. Clock continues to run. 6:22, 6:21.
Good clock management. They'll use as much of the play clock as they can.
Tristan Tavis in, Barnes out on this play.
Look at Western Michigan's defense. You can count them up. There's like 9 guys in the box. They're saying we're going to sell out to stop the run. NIU's saying we can come right at you with our running game, punishing up front, blocking.
On 3rd and 2, Telly Johnson gets the handoff. Up the middle, he's going to be short. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and now Western Michigan. And there's a flag in the back, down by the 15-yard line to our right. See the call.
Illegal substitution, 12 players on the field. Defense, 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
Oh, thank you.
I was watching that. They couldn't get off the field. Good job by Ethan Hampton going ahead and snapping the football. Smart play by the Huskies. They just bought 4 more downs. They just bought, another couple minutes of clock.
So Western Michigan will not be called for that timeout. So they still have 2 timeouts. The clock is under 6 minutes. 5:49, 5:48. Huskies 1st and 10 at the Broncos 32-yard line, just in front of us to the right. And again, NIU is going to let that clock run. 10 on the play clock. Again, a lone receiver to the far side. Again, Hampton in the pistol. Hand off Gavin Williams. Again, right up the middle, just trying to get anything he can. He got maybe a yard up to the 31. But again, that's just going to continue to milk the clock. 5:17, 5:16 here in the fourth. 42-28. NIU leading by 14 with the ball on the road here in Kalamazoo.
Well, when this hit 5 minutes, it's going to be 6 minutes and 42 seconds. NIU has had the ball. So if the Huskies go ahead and win this game, I'm sure that Terry Bonadonna will be able to talk to Thomas Hammock about this drive, about finishing the game with time of possession. This one started with 11:42 to go.
2nd and 9 for NIU at the Bronco 31. Hampton, handoff, Telly Johnson gets inside the 30, right in the middle of the belly of the defense, down to the 29, and now Western Michigan has to call the timeouts. Clock will stop with 4:38. It'll bring up
second charge timeout, Western Michigan. Timeout on the field.
They're going to take the media timeout. NIU's held it so long, TV needs to get the breaks
Exactly,
in.
that's really a good point.
We'll take it as well. 4:38 to go. Fourth quarter here in Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Huskies with the ball up by 14. 42-28 over Western Michigan. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
As the official physical therapy provider of WNU Athletics, NovaCare's physical therapists know what it takes to get you back to what you love. Visit NovaCare.com today. NovaCare, the power of physical therapy. Your 14th-ranked Bronco hockey team returns to Lawson Arena next weekend when they take on Colorado
Arizona or
November 15th and 16th. Limited tickets remain. Join the excitement at Lawson and get your tickets online at WNUBroncos.com/tickets.
Conmarks is done. And we are back. We're going to take the timeout. We apologize for some of the technical difficulties we're having right now. We'll take the timeout. 4:38 to go here in the fourth. The timeout. It'll be 3rd and 7 for NIU. Western Michigan called for time. NIU up 42-28 as you're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Looking for a furry friend to fill your life with love? Tails Humane Society has the perfect pet for you. We have many wonderful animals waiting for their forever homes. Whether you're a cat fancier, a dog lover, or you have a place in your heart for the feathered or the small and furry, think adoption first. Tails Humane Society, because every pet deserves a loving home.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th-string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
Welcome back to Waldo Stadium here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. 4:38 to play. NIU has the 42-28 lead. It'll be 3rd and 7 for NIU at the Bronco 29 as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
WDKB DeKalb. A Midwest family station.
NIU will come out of the timeout. 3rd and 7 for the Huskies. Again, Western Michigan has 1 timeout left. So it's 3rd and 7 for NIU here at the Bronco 29. Mark Lindo, Hall of Fame coach, what are you thinking right now in this 3rd and 7?
I'm thinking NIU is more than happy to continue to run the football. What they've done is they've lined up double tight ends on one side of the field, then they run it the other side. If they pull both those tight ends and a tackle, they're getting the big fellas out in front of the running back, in this case, Telly Johnson.
Brock Lampe now in the backfield. Hampton, handoff Johnson, goes to his left yards, trying to fight for yards down to the 26. So it's a gain of 3, and Western Michigan's going to call for their final timeout right here. So it's 4th down.
3rd and final. Chargers timeout. Western Michigan.
And this is a big
timeout on the field.
Field goal coming up for Cannon Willow. This would make it a 3-possession game, and they are going to take another media timeout, so we will take it as well. So it's 4th down for NIU. Cannon Willow will come and try to attempt a field goal. It's 4.5 to play in the 4th. NIU 42, Western Michigan 28. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
The Husky Athletic Fund is proud to support Husky football and NIU's 400 student athletes across all 17 sport programs. Husky Athletic Fund donors make a positive impact on the success of NIU student athletes in competition, in the classroom, and in the community. Join the Husky Athletic Fund today. Call 815-753-1923 or go online to huskyathleticfund.com. Go Huskies!
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at ConstantinoLaw.net.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
We'll come back with the 4th down for NIU. 4.5 to play here in the 4th, Waldo Stadium. Kalamazoo, Michigan, Andy Garcia, Mark Lindo here in the booth. Let's go down the sidelines. Terry Bonadonna. Terry.
Yeah, it's been an impressive drive. You guys have been talking about it. Over 7 minutes that NIU has held the ball here, and the defense has certainly been excited about that, but they're ready to get back out there. Just listen in once again to Nick Benedetto, the defensive coordinator. He's getting these guys ready to go back on the field. Sacks and interceptions. That's what he's preaching right now, because especially if Cannon Whittle's able to knock down this field goal and make it a 3-score game, it really is desperation time for Western Michigan. So NIU's been padding the offensive stats on this drive. They're going to have a chance potentially to pad some of those defensive numbers as well.
And Terry, I'll bring you in with Mark. We've been around this team, right? Huskies 4-4, right? Had 10 days to get ready for this. Western Michigan came out strong, Terry, but it seems like NIU, they took the first blow, but man, they've stayed right in it, Terry.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to hear what Thomas Hammock has to say after the game today, because we have seen a lot of back and forth, just defenses throwing punches at each other, not literally, but figuratively, in each game this year, and that has not been the case today. And I think it started in this second half with that kickoff return from Cam Thompson, and from then it just has seemed like the momentum train has not slowed down for NIU, and it's been fun to see because there have been so many grind-em-out games this year, and this one hasn't really felt that way. It's been a little bit looser on the sidelines.
Well, there's no doubt that the offensive line just imposed its will. This has been the best productivity by the line since that UMass game, where the offensive line just created seam after seam after seam as NIU ran it for over a couple hundred yards in the second half alone. This has been just a great performance by the 7 big guys up front, 5 guys plus 2 rotating in, and this would make it that 3-possession game. Western Michigan, 0 timeouts left. This would all but do it.
This is a 43-yard attempt for Cannon Whittle. To our right, no wind, ball set just inside the far left hash. Snap, hold, kick is up. It's got the distance, but it is no good. It's wide right.
And the kick is no good.
Just a little bit off to the right. So it remains a 14-point lead for NIU with 4:25 to play. But one positive out of that drive, it did cut a lot of the time off.
That drive started with 11:42 to go. It ends with 4:25 to go. So do the math. NIU did what it needed to do offensively, everything but those 3 points up on the board. But when I mentioned it, when they know you're running the ball and you can still run the ball, that's a big telltale sign of what's going on special in your running game. Watch these 2 safeties for NIU, Banner and Valcarcel. They'll be playing 15 yards back at least.
It's important for these Huskies on the defensive line. Get pressure. 1st and 10 for Western Michigan at their own 26, going right to left. No timeouts. 4:25 to play. They're down by 14. Hand off to Buckley right up the middle. Gets to the 30-yard line, taken down by Jake Gassaway. Give him 4. Give him 5. 2nd and 5. Clock runs. Western Michigan going quickly. 4 receivers set. 3 to the near side. Wolf looking to throw. Quick. Doesn't have it. Now has to throw near side, incomplete. Amongst the traffic, they're trying to get it into their tight end, Bosma. But there was no window to get it in. Incomplete. Stops the clock with 4:05 to play in the fourth. 3rd and 5 now for Western Michigan at their own 31.
Much better matchup for Christian Furman on the tight end, Bosma, than he had earlier on when he had Robowski, the wide receiver, one-on-one coverage in the end zone on that previous touchdown pass, Western Michigan on their last possession.
Wolf in the gun has Abdul Salam to his right. Again, 4 receivers, 3 to the near side on this 3rd and 5. 4:05 to play in the fourth. Huskies up by 14. And I think they have a delay of game. I don't think Western Michigan got the playoff, or did Coach Hammock call for a timeout?
First charge timeout, Northern Illinois.
Oh, the play clock was running down. So Coach Hammock calls for time for NIU. That's the first timeout call for the Huskies in this second half. So, again, get ready for this 3rd and 5 for Western Michigan, right in front of us to our right at their own 31, going right to left. 4:05 to play. Here in the fourth, Huskies up 42-28.
Well, up front, you're still going to play pass first. Now, what I mean by that is usually your goal is stop the run first. But if they want to run the football and get 2 or 3 yards, you're fine with that. You just want to play pass first up front, try to get that game-clinching kind of sack. And on the back end, just keep the play in front of you. Keep the play in front of you. Gasway with Furman at the linebacker positions right now.
So Wolf again in the gun on 35. Broncos at their own 31. Again, 3 receivers to the near side. Parker, the lone receiver, to the far. Wolf looking to throw. Has time, throws, near side, and a diving catch incomplete. It hit the ground. They were trying to get it to Kenneth Womack, so it's incomplete. 4th and 5 now for Western Michigan at their own 31, 3:59 to play.
Well, here you go on this one. This is the first of, I hope, not too many game situation downs right now. And we know Hayden Wolf's a fine one. He can make plays. He's got to make one right now to keep his team alive.
Broncos 3 of 4 on 4th downs tonight. On this 4th and 5 at their own 31, going right to left. It looks like pressure's coming from NIU.
Bosman's their go-to guy here.
Wolf claps once to see what the defense will do. Now he gets a snap on 4th down. Looking to throw. Middle of the field, and it is caught at the left hash. Up to the 39, and it's caught by Kenneth Womack. The drive continues. Clock continues to go. 3:45 and counting. 1st and 10. Broncos at their own 39, going right to left. Wolf gets the snap. Has time. Throws. Far side. That's caught by Parker. He's taken down, though. Good tackle on the far side from Javon Bird. Clock continues to run. They're up to the 45 of Western Michigan.
What Bird did there is keep the ball in play. Good tackle. He wouldn't let the receiver Parker get out of bounds. He kept him in the clock running.
On 2nd and 4, Wolf again has time in the pocket. Throws. It's deflected at the line. And it just lands incomplete. Good play by the defensive line to get their hands up and deflect that away. So the clock stops. 3:17 to play. It's now 3rd and 4 for Western Michigan at their own 45.
Erweiler and Dolphin back in as they try to bring fresh linebackers in this situation. Situational substitution. Huskies going to block up front. I believe it was Ivan Davis who got his hand on the football.
It's 3rd and 4 now for Western Michigan. 3 receivers set, 2 to the near side. Womack and Sambucci. Wolf waits for the snap. Gets it. Pressure comes. He throws it deep. Near side, and it's incomplete. Womack tried to make a diving catch. The ball just was a little too far. Incomplete, so now it's 4th down for Western Michigan. 4th and 4 at their own 45. 3:11 to play.
Second time we've gone through this scenario. They converted on 4th down. 4 plays that go to keep the series alive, keep their hopes alive. Here it goes again. You get Huskies going to stop here, and they should be able to burn the clock.
No timeouts for Western Michigan. It's 4th and 4 from their own 45 to our right. Wolf in the gun has Abdul Salam to his left in the gun. He gets a snap. Pressure coming. Wolf steps up. Throws. Incomplete. Incomplete. No flags. It was Jacob Finley cutting in front of the intended receiver, Sambucci, and NIU will get it back on downs.
What a great play it was, knocking that ball down right at the point the ball was going to get there. Jacob Finley with a pass breakup as he just jumped in front of that route of Sambucci. Dolphin had him for a while. He turned him over to Jacob Finley. Huskies get the stop, and now it's all about hang on to the football.
So more fans start to file out of the stadium here, Waldo Stadium. 3:05 to play. Huskies take over. Western Michigan, no timeouts. Huskies 42, Broncos 28. Huskies take over at the Broncos 45, going left to right. Ball set just inside the far left hash. Hampton moves Tavis, Ozo, and Lampy to the right of the line. One receiver set. Hampton, handoff, Gavin Williams, up the gut, just trying to push it forward, down to the 43, gain of 2, but the clock continues to run.
So what NIU's doing is they basically have one wide receiver in the game, a quarterback, a running back, that's 3, and the other 8 players are all basically blocking right now. You have the offensive line, but you have triple tight end and or fullback out on the wing, and that's all it is blocking scheme up front.
This should take us to the 2-minute timeout after this play. 2:25 and counting, 2nd and 8 for NIU at the Bronco 43. Hampton, handoff, Telly, Johnson Jr. breaks tackles, down to the 3rd, to the hash marks. Just dirty running. You see head coach Thomas Hammond coming out, strutting his stuff. It's a gain of 13, move the chains for NIU, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. And it hits right now. Telly.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Johnson Jr., have yourself a night. 2-minute timeout. We'll take it. NIU up 42-28. Final minutes to come here in the 4th from Kalamazoo. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm, Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm the valet at the game, and I'm as tight on cash as this lot is on space. So I'm going to park your way too big truck in this way too small spot. And if you don't have the right auto insurance, this might leave you crunched for cash. So get Allstate, save money, and get protected from mayhem like me. Who's next?
Savings vary based on coverage selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
NIU is going to come out and just take knees and get a victory on the road. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Mendoza, Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Exactly 2 minutes to play. NIU 42, Western Michigan 28, and I'll bring Terry Bonadonna in because we didn't want to jinx it, right? But we talked about Jaden Nixon had 95 yards, late in the second quarter?
He had 66 in the first quarter.
And boys, he's not going to get 100 yards, so that streak's going to continue for the NIU defense. And Terry Bonadonna, talk about some of those plays from that defense, especially the interceptions too.
Yeah, I still think that first interception was huge, and that was not even a defensive play. Technically, it was a special teams play on the fake punt, but it just felt like the tone on the sideline completely changed after that Santana banner pick, and we've had a different game ever since then. But the defense has stepped up in the second half. And, yeah, Nixon hasn't run the ball very much at all in the second half. Buckley has had some good runs, but by and large, NIU's offense has forced Western Michigan into a style of play that I don't think they wanted to play today. It's really been a different ballgame here in the second half.
4-0, about to go 4-1 and put this Mid-America Conference race in a bit of a jumble, if you will. Looks like Miami right now would be the team to beat down the stretch. This would indeed be NIU's fifth victory of the season, one away from bowl eligibility before we come home next week against Akron with quite a bit to play for.
Yeah, because Western Michigan will be 4-1. Bowling Green is 4-1. Miami 4-1. So Ohio will be 4-1 because they are, and I'm sure they have beaten now.
Kent, yeah, they beat Kent. And how about NIU? Will have beaten 4-1 Western Michigan and 4-1 Bowling Green. How about that? Only we can lament what could have been a couple different times this season.
Let's just have Notre Dame keep winning, because if Notre Dame keeps winning, we're just going to hear about NIU. And again, this was a big one. ESPN2 TV tonight. A lot of eyes, a lot of eyeballs on NIU football. Again, a lot of us heard about us with Notre Dame. They get to finally see us on national TV, and Huskies come out. They show the run game, and the defense steps up.
What a night it has been, and a coming out party for the offense, who the defense has carried the team much of the season. The offense puts 42 points on the board. And I got to tell you, again, Ethan Hampton was not good tonight. He was superlative. 13 out of 16, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 incompletion was when he was clocking the ball in that last drive of the first half. They scored a touchdown on that great Gavin Williams. Remember, he made a miss at the 5-yard line?
Hampton just took a knee again. This is victory formation, maybe 2 more times. 144, 143, NIU 42-28. Clock continues to run. There's nothing Western Michigan can do about it. Huskies, again, will be 5-4 overall, 2-3 in MAC play. And again, 1 week from today, Huskies at home taking on Akron. Huskies get ready for another victory formation. They're going to let the clock run down to 1. There's Hampton with another knee, 1:15 and counting the play. And you can see on the monitors, Thomas Hammock is happy and pleased about coming here to Waldo Stadium and getting a win. And talk about this. The 2 MAC wins have come on the road at Bowling Green, at Western Michigan.
2 of the teams tied for first place on the road with wins.
Tells you.
It tells you.
A little bit. Under a minute here.
Yeah, I think you'll have a happy Thomas Hammock that we hear on the post game.
Looking forward to
tonight.
We have tons of highlights to play.
Hey, quit taking a knee because you're hurting the rushing yardage right now.
1 more knee should do it, and there it is. And NIU will get the win on the road, snap the 2-game losing streak, and the Huskies win by double digits, 42-28 over Western Michigan on the road.
Offensive line, awesome. Telly Johnson, awesome. Gavin Williams, awesome. Ethan Hampton, superlative. Keep it going. What a win it is on the road. I think it's NIU's most complete game all year.
We'll come back with the post-game show. We'll go through the highlights. There's plenty of them. Terry Bonadonna will talk. The head coach, Thomas Hammock, will go through the numbers and get you ready for next Wednesday night. Huskies try to get bowl eligible versus Akron. The final score from Waldo Stadium in Kalamazoo, Michigan. NIU 42, Western Michigan 28. Stay with us with the post-game show. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel